Mic check. 1, 2, 1, 2. Okay, that seems okay. Hello, good evening, welcome. 1, 2, Simon, how we doing, mate? Do you ever miss doing the comms? I miss listening to you. About, this has gone off topic. About 2 months ago, 3 months ago, I went through a load of your videos and I was watching the season back of the races that I won. I don't know if you saw a spike in your viewership or anything like that, but yeah, I really enjoyed listening to your commentary on them streams and it was a lot of fun. Do you ever miss it? Right, so I wasn't supposed to be doing this. I wasn't supposed to be doing anything tonight. Unfortunately, there's only 7 drivers in for this race, but this is the... where are we? Season 8, round 7, and this is the pro lobby. Yes and no. This is the pro lobby. So we have Nick, M3 guy, who is the host. So I was in the lobby and I was just chatting to the guys, and I was saying, oh, I'm not racing, I'm just going to watch it. And they go, oh, any chance of comms? So here we are. Felt may as well do it as well. As we're just sitting here. So welcome in. Going to be more comms coming up very, very soon. Just with a change of everything that's happening here at the moment. I'm after finding a new place to live, so I will be moving in the next 2 weeks. And once I have everything all set up, there will be much more stuff happening with myself and with DTR specifically as well. So do stay tuned for that. What are you saying? Yes, the actual commentary, but I was often knackered, especially if I had been working. I hear that. Yeah, I'm off today, so I only woke up at like 4 this afternoon. Nick, 126.6, very nice. Yeah, so I'm off today. So I was just sitting here, and I was going to watch a movie, but when I jumped into the lobby, all the guys, evening Falconer, good luck for your race, mate. You're in the Pro-Am. Good luck. Yeah, the guys in the chat, Sayo and Wes. Wes apparently is racing with one hand, because he broke his hand in a bike accident, I think is what I saw. So he's apparently racing one-handed. It says automatic for everybody, so I don't know how he's doing the gears or what's happening with the gears. So this is the end of the qualifying. It was a 10-minute qualifying before the race. I don't know how many laps the race is going to be. I literally haven't had a chance. I've been in work all week, so I haven't had a chance to see what I haven't been to any practices. I haven't seen what's going on. I have no idea the race length. I'm going to be absolutely useless. But the guys asked me to, oh, why don't you do comms? So I had to figure out how to try and figure myself out. 256. What's 256? Oh, 26 laps. Thank you. Thanks, Dave. Thank you. So I literally have no idea. Evening, Deck. Do you want to jump into the chat? Do you want to come and chat to me? Start a party and send me an invite. If you want to come in, say hello. Because it's just me. So it was Sayo and Wes that were asking, and Hippie, I think, was saying, oh, may as well do comms. So I literally have no idea what's going to happen, but we'll stream, we'll have a bit of a laugh, we'll have some fun. Hippie just finishing off there. So qualifying is done. Deck P1 24.6, Sayo P2 25.7, Wes P3. That's good. If he's doing that with one hand at 25.8. Yari P4. Hold on, I'm still eating food. I didn't get any practice. Yeah, no worries, man. No worries. Wes is saying L2 accelerate, L1. Left 2 accelerate, L1 brake. Are you doing gears or what are you doing? Or is it still just an automatic? I done high-speed ring with automatic with a controller and I had a lot of fun, so refuels around 15 laps. Okay, Yari, thank you, Dave, thank you. Yari, 126.3 and it's gone. Good evening, Nick. How we doing, mate? Just have a quick check of that result. So Deck 24.9, Sayo 25.7. Yeah, he's on automatic. Yeah, that's what I was thinking. Well, I hope did you go and get an X-ray and a CT scan? Is it like, you fully broke your hand? What is it, your wrist? Bad bike accident. Yari P4, 26.3. Hippie, 26.6 in the McLaren. Nick, 26.6 in the Vantage, and Robin 26.9 in the 296. Alrighty, happy days. We'll just leave that on for the moment. So what have I missed here? Deck still eating food yet? No worries. My wrist was shattered. Oh dear. Oh dear. I don't know. I've never had the fascination for bikes because you're too close to doing something stupid. It's the way I always thought about it. Like, you literally need plates and stuff. Oh my God, Wes. Oh my God. Send me an invite. Well, I was doing stuff, Deck, but... Right, hang on, no. Start open party. Can we rename that? No, doesn't matter. Invite. Select players. Does anybody else want to join the chat? It's just me messing around. I can't, I'm eating. I'm busy here. I'm kind of streaming, Deck. What did Ian say? 124, yeah, I know. Where is DTR Deck? There he is. Lexus IS 250. Good evening, Moomin. How we doing? I already had an accident and required 80. Get the hint, Wes. The bike doesn't want you on it. 83 stitches. I banged my head when I was about 15. That's probably about it. Hello?
Hello.
What's the crack?
Not much. Let me turn you up. I have you really low.
Alrighty. Just change up the volume. I don't know what it's like coming through the stream. Hang on, I'll just check that as well. Bit of an echo, but it's all good. Have a good race. So 26 laps. Falconer was saying that pit lap 15. Because I saw no practices, I saw none of this, so we'll see how it goes. Good evening to you, Moomin. Good luck to the Pro-Am lobby. Good luck to all them guys in there. Spectate. Is it rolling start? All right. Right.
Alright, I'm back.
Cool.
Did you say there was an echo?
There was a bit of an echo coming through, but it just...
Alright.
So you've done no practice with this either, no? Although you've been around here thousands of times. Let's nick up the inside of Yari. Yari's not going over all the codes. Just let him back through. That's going to hit you right onto the back of him. Grabbing up the inside of hit me. Where's Wes? Wes going to stick with Sayo and Deck. Nice. Whoa, what's happening there? There's Yari. Breakaway 3. Oh, Wes a little sideways. Nick up the inside of Yari. That's a fair move between there. Nice. Don't know what tires they're on. Don't know what tires they started on.
I started on mediums. We'll see how this goes.
You're on mediums, are you? Yeah, we'll leave the stats off for a little while. I'm going right back from Nick, Yari, and Robin into the lash again. Robin's lost it. It's in the wall. I won't go back to you, Robin. I won't put that on screen for you.
Oh, the acceleration, this is good.
I thought you said it was terrible. Wasn't it terrible, the high speed ring? Oh, the acceleration was good. The top speed wasn't it?
It just doesn't do corners, well, fast corners. It's fine in the slow speed ones.
Quite a lot of
there's nowhere
slow
to use acceleration at high speed really.
Yeah. You're constantly going. Sio's sniffing. Get on board here. So Sio deck, Nick, Yari, Hippie, probably a little bit behind on the stage. So get on board here with Sio. We'll have a look at the back of the decks first.
One thing about my audio is I have prioritized the game, so on the party chat audio is going to be kind of quiet for me, which kind of sucks, but I'll be able to just try and listen.
See, I don't use, I use the speakers for the game, the headphones for the chat audio, so it's all separated out. So I hear you like we're on a telephone call. But all good, all good.
Alright.
Deck shaking his ass, trying not to give the slip to Sio. Right, bring up all the details. Losers! Deck is on the mediums, Sio on the softs, Wes on the softs, Nick on the mediums, Yari on medium, Hippie on medium, and Robin on mediums. So it's Sio and Wes on the softs. So Wes with his windscreen wiper on, as per usual. 26 laps, Nürburgring short course. Dyko's going to give out to me from the next station. Dyko is on a plane currently coming back. Oh, he has a penalty. Was that Deck or Sio? It's Deck. Dyko is on a plane currently coming back from his holiday. I was going to say vacation. His holiday, he was in Africa and Namibia, I think it was. Some amazing photos posted up on the Discord. Him and his son and his wife and the son's girlfriend, who I met all of them when I was over in Oldenburg to meet Dyko last year, or the year before that. His son's a monster. He's like, stop swearing, Richie. He's like, he's 6'3", 6'4", plays basketball in Germany. Really cool kid. Really cool kid. Lots of money for the swear jar, that is swearing on the street. So we're on board here with Sio, looking back at Deck. 0.3 seconds is the gap.
Let's see if I can catch.
Wes on his own, 3 seconds behind Deck, 2.8 in front of Nick. Nick and Yari go nose to tail. Yo. That's got to be a penalty, I think, for Yari. Not that wide. No, got away with it, got away with it. Mercedes versus Aston Martin for 4th and 5th. Deck's favourite, McLaren, 86.
I'm not really a fan of this car here either. It's just a little bit annoying in some of the corners.
Wowzer! You took that curve and you jumped in the air on my screen. Did Moomin do that livery?
Yeah, I'm pretty sure, yeah. Yeah, it was.
Evening Flash, how we doing, mate? Just a random stream. These guys were doing the eDTM, and I was sat at home. I was going to watch a movie. Then I was in the lobby watching the racing, watching the qualifying, and a couple of the guys said, "Well, why don't you do commentary?" And then I wrote Deck into it as well. So Deck's here as well.
Yeah, hello.
All good, Flash. Hope you're well, mate. Hope you're well. We're on lap 5 of 26. If you've nothing to do, if you feel like jumping into the lobby and joining the chat's open, Flash. If you want to jump in and say hello to myself and Deck, please do feel free. Moomin, why are you talking? Are you not racing? Deck is driving and commentary at the same time. Multi-talented. Flash. Multi-talented. I don't think I'd really call it commentary, to be fair.
That's total cap.
It's good to be back on comms, Norman. It's been a while, so yeah. There's going to be more comms coming up in the near future, very near future. So we're on board with the deck. All on the medium tires. Tire looks good on tires. Give me 5 minutes and I'll join for a waffle. Yeah, it's Nick's lobby, so just go into friends. It's Nick's lobby. Join the lobby. There's loads of room. There's only 7 or 8 of us in here, and then the chat is open. Come and join us. Flashdagger is going to join us in the chat. Happy days.
Let's go.
Let's go. Still 20 laps to go. I think Dave was saying lap 15 they were pitting. So we'll see how it goes. So
I don't think I'm going to make that. The fuel's not amazing this evening, I don't think.
You're all about similar. Who's that has a lot?
Right.
McLaren's good. McLaren is good. The Ferrari is not. The Ferrari is really not. But between yourself, Sayo, I think it's Robin is not good on that Ferrari. Because Sayo's is very similar to yours. Very, very similar to yours. Wes in the Lamborghini, I think he's a little bit less, but not by much. 6 seconds down the gap on the deck to Wes, 5 back to Nick, and then we have Nick, Yari, and Hippie. Final corner. And we're going to take a sponsored beer break.
Starting to get a bit sore.
What, have you not been on, or just whoa? Why? What do you mean sore? Just because you haven't been on, or what?
Sorry, you're talking to me. I had to know why I have your volume at like 2%.
I was just asking why your hand's sore.
Oh, it's because I run my steering wheel really heavy, and I don't know, I just do it like that because I just like it heavier, because I feel like I probably use too much of the steering wheel if it was too light, and it kind of matches the pedals a bit better, because I have a load cell on the brake, so if I feel like the steering wheel is really light, I just feel kind of wrong.
Okay. I do
and it
run
makes
a
a
lot
good workout as well.
I do run a lot of torque on the G29. When it snaps and clicks, man, that's so loud. It's so loud. The good old G29. Sorry, Flash was asking how long you're streaming for. It's just I'm on for this race only. So we're on lap 8 of 26. So probably we're 10, 11 minutes in, probably another 30 minutes. I think it's a 40-minute race. Sorry, Deck, sorry about that. Yeah, so we'll transfer the Flash and chat. Whoa! He's getting explosive behind Yari.
The G29 makes so much rattle, especially when there's a lot of curbs and stuff. I remember that in any of the snow tracks with the either Samba buses or the vans.
I never drove the vans with the steering wheel. I've only
Oh,
ever
it's
done
really bad.
Is it?
For noise. It's
The-
fine on this, but the G29 is really bad.
I've only ever raced the vans with the controller. That's Flashdagger. Okay, give me 5 more minutes. The chips are leaving the oven. Is that a euphemism, Flash? Do you have a girl over?
What was he talking about? Chips?
He's saying how long were we streaming for, and I said with another 30 minutes or so. I said, give me 5 more minutes of overtime. The chips are leaving the oven.
All right.
I think he's making dinner.
Because I heard chips, and I'm like, I still have like a chicken on my plate that I need to eat. So I'm kind of just looking at that. I'll be able to get it in the pit stop.
How come you were late eating? Were you at work, gym? Where were you? Flash is having chips and a steak pie. It's his chief meal.
Steak pie?
Steak
Nice.
pie.
I'm having a steak after this. Thank God.
You're having chicken and then you're having steak.
Oh yeah, since I'm not maybe doing as much racing, I spend more time in the gym, so I'm just eating a load of food for that reason.
I struggle to eat. I really do struggle to eat. Like if I had a steak, it would do me 3-4 hours.
Steaks are great. I always get them from
Aldi.
Aldi.
Oh, Aldi are so good. You should try the Wagyu burgers as well. Oh, they're so good.
Is Wagyu not that? Is it good? I heard like
It's really good. And Aldi have meatballs, Wagyu meatballs and Wagyu burgers. And you get the burger and then a few easy single cheese slices, toasted brioche bun. Fucking gorgeous. Absolutely gorgeous.
Wait, how much does it cost?
2 burgers. It used to be $3.99. I think they've gone up now to $4.50 or something along them lines.
Alright.
But the meat out of Aldi is always gorgeous. Always amazing. Always buy my meat out of Aldi. And what's Flash saying? Haha, sounds like MI5 code. Tango, tango. The chips are leaving the oven. The chips are leaving the oven. Brioche buns that belong to the devil, Simon is saying. Absolutely not. Brioche buns is where the flavour kicks in. They're very sweet. But it goes very well with the Wagyu. It goes very well with it.
I like brioche buns.
Yeah.
I'm not sure what the beef is. How to get the beef with the other normal buns.
The beef. What's the beef? I like that. What's the beef with the other
That wasn't intentional, but it kind of worked.
It did work. It did work. And Simon's disagreeing with us. Do love a good brioche bun. Simon, if you're not doing anything, if you want to jump into the chat, you're more than welcome also. Just join Nick's lobby if you want to have a look, and the chat is open. It's my chat. Beer advert is sponsored by Sing Chow, finest Chinese beer.
Closing in now.
Are you? Okay, we'll get back to you.
I was just saying, you don't have to go back and check, but
his
I wonder
softs are
when
not
something
great.
happened.
He's on softs and they're not going well. The right hand side especially is not very well. For the offer, but I do have football on at the minute as well. Oh, Arsenal are playing, isn't it? It's you're missing your Arsenal game, Deck, as well.
Yeah, they're playing Southampton, I think. I haven't really seen it. Well, obviously because it's just started at the same time, so it makes sense.
What's the score, Simon? What's the score? You keep Deck informed. It's a quarter final or something of the cup.
Yeah, like FA Cup.
Yeah. There was another match on earlier. It's 0-0, Simon is saying. Wasn't it Liverpool or Man City or something earlier on today?
They should win that match because obviously Southampton are in the Premier League.
When I saw it, it's like Arsenal Southampton. I didn't think I don't rank Southampton because I haven't seen them I haven't watched football in ages, so Simon was saying that he's supporting the Saints of the championship side.
I want to see Wrexham go up, because Wrexham are challenging
Oh,
at the moment.
if they go up, what is that, 5 in a row or something? I was watching a documentary about that. Sayo is in lap 12 of the sauce.
Wrexham with like Ryan Reynolds and I think someone else.
Rob McElhenney from Always Sunny in Philadelphia.
Yeah. Hold on.
Simon is saying sod Wrexham. Oh, Deck picks up a penalty.
Yeah, it's a little bit difficult sometimes because when you're following, you can actually see the line. I got it on the chicane, and it's not a nice chicane. It's one reason why I don't really like this track that much.
Yas Marina is the next one. I think I'm going to be able to jump in for that one to race that and do some practice.
I think Yas Marina is really good.
I think Yas is good.
If you can get the curbs right.
I think the Ferrari might be good. I was running the Ferrari at high speed ring and I enjoyed it.
See, with the World Tour, we did a lot of work trying to make the track work, because in the first week when they released it, you could just go off the track and you get no penalty.
Yeah.
But we kind of worked way where we wanted it to be with the white lines instead, because even though it's kind of harsh and it might be difficult to see with like a different view, it just works out better because it's easier to track whether you get a penalty or not, instead of just having to cut the line and just get lucky with it.
Yeah, the track limit when it first released was insane. Absolutely insane. But they did change it and people were complaining about it, but everybody's running the same rules. So you know not to put your car out there, you don't put your car out there. It's literally that simple to me.
Yeah.
And I'd rather have stricter enforced rules than just willy-nilly wherever you want to go. Because they were making a mockery of, I think it was the last corner. They were going so wide and just like Decca's just up.
Yeah, some really weird bugs for that track. Like, I was just seeing people just go like 5 car widths too wide and just getting a lot of time.
Under the hotel as well, apparently, or something. I think I remember.
Yeah, thank God they fixed it.
Yeah.
I kind of like the white lines though as well, because for a lot of these kind of tracks, like for the chicane on this one, since it's not really, you're not really going by the white lines, so you can kind of, I guess, take the track limits with a pinch of salt. And since you get no suspension damage, which is fair enough for a game like this, you're just going to have people going as high as they can, and then you kind of have to just rely on instincts and like split-second decisions to like not spin it. So if I take it really tight here, it's a lottie, because you've got to put your foot down at the right point, and it's just not really comfortable at all.
I think Sayo might have come out behind 50 after his pit stop. He's just gotten past. So it might have been. Southampton just scored. Eat your chicken, eat your chicken.
Oh yeah.
Good man. Sayo's lost a bit of time in the last chicane. If he is now pitting, he's the last one to pit. Everybody's pitting. So Deck is in the pits. Again, where's Sayo? Sayo's on the main straight. Where's Deck going to be? Where's Deck on the right? Sayo lost a little bit of time, I think, behind Hippie.
Alright.
But now Sayo on mediums, Deck on softs. Will you be able to do 11 laps on soft? We'll see how it goes.
Flashdagger.
Hello, sir.
You can hear me okay?
We got you, loud and clear.
Am I able to like watch the screen somehow?
Join the race. Go into the lobby. Go into friends, and Nick's lobby is hosted in the lobby.
Okay.
There's only like 7 of us. Yeah, there's only 7 of us in there. So there's loads of it.
Okay. I'll put myself on mute.
Oh, look at that flash. Look at that food.
Getting stuck into the chips.
I effing see that. Oh my god.
Yeah. I wasn't lying. The chips are out of the oven, you know. It wasn't no cold word, it was literally chips and pie. Big dirty old steak pie.
You're not sparing with the tomato ketchup either.
No. Don't go light and that.
No, I see that.
It's gotta be drowned in it.
I bought, I don't know if they have that open in your place. We have a place here called Eddie Rockets. It's like a diner kind of effort.
Yeah.
But they, in Tesco, now sell Eddie Rockets secret sauce in a tub. And oh my god, it's amazing on chips. It's amazing on chips. It's like a more vinegar kind of taste of a Big Mac sauce.
Yeah, Big Mac sauce is amazing.
Yeah, it's a bit more vinegar-ish taste of a Big Mac sauce, and it's absolute. Have a look when you're in Tesco next time. Eddie Rocket's secret sauce.
I don't know if it's in the north. Eddie Rockets is in the north.
I'll bring them up. I'll send one up to you. I'll bring them up to you.
Right, let me just find rooms only with friends.
And you should see Nick. There's the Pro and the Pro-Am. Make sure you don't join Moonman's one. You're looking for Nick's one, M3 guy.
Right. There's Moomin. And there's Nick.
Nick's one is what you want. And we're currently 10 laps from the end, so we've about 15 minutes or so. 14 minutes.
I need more waffle time. Throw a few extra laps on the end there. Call it overtime.
we can have a look at the replay or something after the weekend or something.
Yeah. I'm spectating.
Yeah.
Oh, it's kind of loud. Hold on, I'm going to do the balance, the audio balance.
So what has happened currently is they've all made their one pit stop.
Hold on.
Yeah, go for it. Getting on deck. Purple, no, never mind.
That's much better now.
Rotate, it doesn't really do that very well.
Derek, I don't think we've spoken in a long time. How have you been?
He has his game volume very loud, so he may need to talk a bit louder so he can hear you.
Oh, I just went into party and then slid the little bar across over to the...
Yeah, but...
Oh yeah, he's driving, of course.
He's driving, so he has the game sound on his volume, so you need to talk a bit louder. And yeah.
So if I give him a jump scare in the braking zones, then that one. Come in here and Jesus!
Where did that come from?
Alright.
See?
Jack didn't enjoy that. Well, I think he actually got a purple lap out of it. Maybe there's a method to the madness here.
Maybe he did get purple there. So they've all made one pit stop currently. We're going to the end as far as.
Wait, why does it say lap 1 of 26 on my screen?
We're on lap 18, so I don't know.
That's really weird. January says lap 1 of 26, and Jack is in 7th place.
Do you want to go out and come back again? Go out and come back again. Leave the lobby and come back again.
Oh, it's saying 18 now, it's refreshed.
Okay. So we have Dick out in front.
How is this working? If you can explain to me why Deck is in 7th, so far behind everyone?
He's not. He's heading for the last chicane. He's at the little kink right now.
But he's in 7th place, right?
No, he's first. This is what I'm saying. Go and leave the lobby and come back. It might refresh itself then. Deck is through the final corner.
I am not an absolute waffle off of this.
Yes, you are. You know you are. You know you are. Dude, you know.
What?
It's been so long since we've actually spoken.
Oh, he just went in the first, just like technical result. Okay. So has he got a 4-second odd gap to Sionetica?
I have 9.7.
9.97. Okay, so
and then we have Wes in P3, who is currently racing with one hand because he had a bike accident and shattered his wrist. So he's in a
That's
heap.
commitment right there.
It really is. Shout out
Hopefully he
to
doesn't hurt
Wes.
his other arm though, because you know sometimes doing one arm can be just as dangerous.
Well, allegedly he's had another bike accident where he has 83 stitches in that same arm.
Yeah, but like I mean, even just the wheel. Like, wonder what wheel he uses.
Doesn't he have your G29?
Yeah, I think so.
Right, but he's on
See-
controller now because he can't use
Okay.
the wheel.
Oh, okay. I thought he was using the wheel.
No, he's only using the I don't think he can with the damage
So
he's done to
I
himself.
see there's like some challenge going on recently in the game. People just trying to do one-handed laps.
Oh, really? No, he shattered his wrist.
Oh, yeah, that's not good.
So major shout out to Wes. We have Yari P4, Hippie in the McLaren. These two have been battling all race. Both on the same strategy. I think Hippie has short fueled just to get up behind. Nick is having a mare of a day. He's not enjoying the Aston at all. And then Robin P7, who had an accident on lap 1, which put him like 25 seconds on back behind everybody. He's managed to catch up, but it's still 16 seconds. So shout out to Robin to keep going, because
Is
that's commitment.
everyone in the same car?
No, this is eDTM. So we have Deck cutting the corner in the Aston Martin. Sayo is in the Ferrari. Wes is in the Lamborghini. Hippie is in the McLaren. We have the Mercedes behind, and then an Aston Martin behind with Nick. And for the first time in many, many seasons, we were able to choose your own car, rather than we've done the team selection and you race the car of the team that you're selected to. But this season they decided to do this.
As an individual championship rather than team?
Rather than the team, yeah, exactly. I don't know, I enjoyed the team camaraderie of, like, when everybody was selected into their teams, whether it be the Pro and the Pro-Am teams as well. So all the teams were together, and they'd all set up a private Discord chat between each other, and you're sharing information and you're bonding with them 3 or 4 drivers that you're racing with. And it brought the camaraderie together. Whereas being an individual championship, I think it loses a little bit of its originality. I think that's the best way to put it. We'll see what Tyco decides for the next season. This is, what are we in, season 7? Season 8? Season 8, this is. So, we'll see what happens for next season. The last race is Yas Marina. If you fancy joining a Race Flash in 2 weeks' time, I'm going to be racing it.
So I was on mute there by my full food.
Oh, good, buddy.
I'll definitely watch it.
Nah, come race with it. Come race it. Just for fun. Pick one of the cars that's specific. Ah, come on.
20, I don't even like
It's going to be
Yasmarina.
it's going to be 40 minutes. I like Yasmarina. I do like Yasmarina. It's good fun.
Terrible in this game.
It's
terrible
not.
in this game.
It's
The
not.
track limits are a bomb site.
They're better than they were. Myself and Deck were talking about that. I don't know if you heard when you were having when the chips were coming out of the oven.
Yes, Marina's the best track because of the white lines.
Because it's all the
You
same
mean
rules.
you have to actually watch the white
I
line?
couldn't be bothered going over chicanes and sending the car into a cliff. It's
There's
all
no
the same
point.
time.
It's in 2 weeks, Flash, and I'm going to harass you. I've done the last race, which was High Speed Ring, which I really enjoyed. And considering I was in the pro lobby with very little practice, I think I done quite well. I think I got like a 4th. Deck was promoted up because Yari had an incident. Well, Yari had 30 incidents out of 35.
There was 3 in the race. That's impressive, Richard.
Ha!
I have to say.
In the last race, there was 12 or something in the last one. We're short on people this week because I didn't want to race this track, or I didn't do any practice for it. Daiko is currently on an airplane back from Africa, and we're missing one other person as well. So, unfortunately,
Simon's in shot. I see Simon in shot.
Simon was there. Yeah. I invited Simon to join the chat and join the lobby, but he says that he's watching the Arsenal Southampton football match.
Chicken just scored. Nice.
Simon
Hey, Simon.
There you go. Simon saying hello.
I will keep this strictly racing it, and then we go off piece a little bit.
Go off piece. Go off piece.
A little bit. Project Hail Mary in IMAX.
Apparently, it's really good.
It's amazing.
Is it
it's
amazing?
Not Interstellar, but it's different than Interstellar. It's actually about the relationship between these two individuals.
Don't.
That's in the previews. That's in the previews.
Okay.
That's the previews. That's not. That's you'll be told that in any trailer for it. But that's it. That's what I'm saying is, Interstellar's about the journey. This is different, but it's very, very good in its own right, I have to say.
I like your man Ryan Gosling.
He was really good in it, I have to say.
Yeah. I like him from the movie Drive.
Never
Are
seen
you still
that.
eating chicken?
Never seen that.
Dex still
Me?
eating chicken. I can hear him. Where's that knife? Who's the knife and fork?
I don't have any. Well, I do have a knife and fork. It's on the ground.
So it's
No, it's me. I was
it's
getting a
fine.
mouthful of beans and chips.
Nice.
My plate is just slightly too far away.
So if we stick with the Hippie, Yari, and Nick fight, the three of them are kind of all together there. And Hippie's caught up behind Wes as well. So the softs and the mediums. Will Hippie be able to steal the podium from Wes? Wes, no matter what happens, even if you get fourth mate, amazing drive with a shattered wrist.
Actually, that little mid-pack is quite close. 7 tenths, the Hippie. Hippie, two seconds behind. One penalty going through the chicane could change everything here.
Well, we've 24, 25, 26, 3 to go. Racing soft for Hippie, racing medium for Wes. So, how fast will the softs go off? How much will the mediums be able to hold? I think he might be in on a run here. Wes has gone wide. He's definitely, Wes going to try and hold the line. Where are we going? Around the outside. Yes! Well done, Hippie! Hold it inside, hold it tight. Wes, even a P4, man, is going to be amazing. Even a P4 is going to be amazing. Yeah, my housemate watched Project Hail Mary downstairs last night, apparently. Apparently there's some good sites that have it. But I want to wait for a proper copy of it to watch, so... I haven't been to the cinema. Wes picked up a second penalty. I haven't been to the cinema in ages. I didn't end up going to London. I had all that other stuff going on, Flash. I would have loved to.
No, I think in hindsight, probably a good move for you. Just a lot of money, and I think priorities. You've got what your big goal was, and then you've done that. This year will be probably a bit lean, getting yourself settled and everything else. 100%, but by Christmas time comes round again.
Yeah.
They'll probably have it. They'll probably have another Nolan season on again. It'll probably be an annual thing.
Yeah. Well, just to see the original in 70mm in IMAX would have been amazing. I don't know how often they do that, because that's like a special thing, so...
No. If they do it, it'll be an IMAX. Nolan is an IMAX. He is like... For him, it's part of his tour to film in IMAX, so... I would dare say...
The first Christopher Nolan movie I ever went to see in the cinema was Dark Knight, and I saw it about 2 months after it had been released in the worst screen possible. And I left and I was thinking, that movie was dreadful. Didn't like it.
Really?
Didn't like it at all. And then I get the 4K IMAX, put it on my big screen with the sound system. This is the best movie I've ever seen in my life. Insane. The difference of what the viewing perspective and sound quality is makes the movie. Really, really makes the movie. Is Deck coming around to start his lap?
The first movie I saw was Batman Begins. But Inception was the one I saw in cinema. It was amazing.
That was the first I saw in the cinema. I had seen, what was the one with Robin Williams? That was really good. And Al Pacino. Insomnia. That was brilliant.
It's the least Nolan type movie though, of all the movies.
I thought The Prestige would have been the least Nolan movie.
It plays on time, and it plays on timelines, and it plays on, you know...
Yeah, kind of, yeah. Deck on his final lap. Wes has still kept Yari behind, even with that penalty.
Yep, less than a second now between Boots and Cats and Jarvis 12
Yari.
Gary? Okay.
Yari.
Yeah, got that completely wrong. Butchered his name, sorry buddy. But it is less than a second.
GG Deck.
Has won.
Enjoy your chicken.
Okay, well, let me fix my mic.
Sayo comes across P2. GG Sayo, GG. Hippie coming up to the final chicane.
That's much better.
You can hear us a bit better.
Yeah, see, I play Rainbow Six Siege sometimes with my friends, so the mic works better that way when you have like your friends really low, but it's actually a lot louder. Maybe their mics are just
that
close
just
to
means you
the
need
face.
good friends, Deck.
No, it's just weird.
Mohammed's
really into Rainbow Six Siege, so it's really competitive.
Who's really that game, Mohammed?
Hippie P3, Wes P4, Yari P5. Nick comes across for P6, and Robin's into the final chicane in the Ferrari. Disappointing for Rosberg, but great after he was 20 odd seconds, 25 seconds back after the third corner, after having an incident.
Well done,
so,
good job.
GG Nick, well done mate. Thank you very much for hosting, Nick. Thank you. Nick is saying hello Flashdagger. So the results are DTR Deck P1, Sayo P2, Hippie P3, Wes P4, Yari P5, Nick P6, Robin P7, V12, 296, 650, Huracan, Mercedes, V12 and a 296. Happy days. No, Michael, that was not right. GG. Congratulations, well done. Deck, Sayo, Wes. No. Oh, Dexio, Hippie. Damn it. God damn it. I can't do anything right.
Yeah. I'm sure you can do something.
Yeah, I disagree. Look at me sporting my BB rating. Nice. I'm the underdog here. I didn't want to race because I didn't want to put Deck off, you know? Just go in and sweep the game. Yeah, I didn't want to be like 45, 50 seconds ahead of you.
For the first time ever, we're going to do an experiment in a live stream.
Hand gave out 4 laps before the finish, Sayo.
Okay.
Hey all. So, I've simultaneously typed that and said it at the same time. Which means I've just, like, some sort of inception going on there. So, anytime I'm typing now in chat going forward, that can be utilised.
Oh wow. Save the replay just in
got
case.
deep.
GG, well done.
So what's the rest of the rounds? How many rounds is there? Where are they? When does it happen?
The next one is the last one as far as I know, isn't it? At Yas Marina in 2 weeks. So this is...
Oh, I thought this was the first round.
No, race 7 this is. That's what I said. I was in the high-speed ring one last 2 weeks ago. And I done pretty well in it.
Ah, right, okay, got you.
So this is what I'm saying to try and get you involved in the last one, is that it makes enough odds. So if you want to come in and join, just don't punt anybody off. Group 3, the select amount of cars or whatever, the V12, the 296, 650, V12 and the Mercedes. I think there's one more. Or is that everybody? I'm not exactly sure.
Just list the cars again.
And the V12 Vantage, the 296, the 650S, and the Mercedes. What's missing?
The
Lexus?
Mustang.
Mustang's a POS. You don't go near the Mustang.
They should have just put the Ford GT at I don't know.
I think so.
It's just because there's no Ford GT anymore in the actual the DTM.
No worries, Wes. No worries, Wes. You can catch it back up after. GG, mate. Well done. Well done. You'll have a listen back. We were.
Is the Audi?
We were talking about how good you were doing considering your incident with your bike. So yeah, watch it back. Absolutely brilliant.
Get well soon, buddy. Hope you're feeling better.
Man, he ripped his. It's in the DTR Discord. He ripped his arm to shreds, his wrist to shreds. Thanks for hosting, Nick. Thank you.
Yeah, bikes are a difficult one because I feel like it's more if you can drive like safe, but sometimes it's just the other person that's going to hurt you.
Well, it's the ground that's going to hurt you.
Yeah, but there's so many times where like you can go onto the road, or if you're just riding like normal, and you could probably just get hit by someone because they just don't think that you're a car, or else they think you're at a distance because since there's one headlight, it's just going to make you think that it's just really far away around the corner when it's right in front of you.
Yeah. But
some of them black, the black suit, you can't see nothing in the dark.
I didn't know where you were going with that.
Where did you think I was going with that?
I don't know. I struggle to comprehend. That was Flash, Wes. Flash is the thick northern accent, and Deck is the soft County Clare accent.
Yeah, opposite ends, I guess.
Literally.
And you're in the middle somewhere?
Yes, at the moment.
Well,
he's changing a lead.
Well, it'll be a nice little triangle shape between the three of us.
Yeah.
Like a month.
Well, we gotta get Mikey involved. Mikey's down south in Cork.
He's down at the very, very bottom.
Very bottom. So you're very top, he's very bottom. Deck's kind of over to the left-hand side, and I'm kind of up to the left-hand side. Will be.
Where's your nearest airport, Deck? Are you going to Dublin or what?
No, my nearest airport's like 20-30 minutes away.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Did I delete that off?
I don't know, is it still the biggest runway in Ireland, or is it the Dublin with the third one? I don't know.
I think Dublin,
I don't think so.
You don't think so?
I have no idea. All I know is they were building a third one. I don't know how big it was.
I'm sharing my screen. We'll have a look at a replay or something like that and just yap around. I'm looking for, I don't know where it is. I think I deleted it. It was the Christmas one at Tokyo with Flashdagger. And I don't think I have it. I think I deleted it.
There's a whole lot of vans here.
There is. Shared items. Did I share it?
And probably like the 1,500, 600 horsepower GTR.
No, she's a beast. Panorama.
Did that get dethroned yet?
Nope. Although the Corvette is pretty good. Replays. Right, so did I share this down here? Who's that? Is that Deck or Flash?
What we're doing?
It's okay. He's printing shit all over the screen. Stop swearing, Richie. Gonna get in trouble.
Yeah, no, that wasn't me.
Testing. Crew race.
What's your plans, Deck, for the rest of the year, GT year? Given that there's not a whole lot of GT World Series going on, are you planning on doing?
I'm just running to the bathroom. I'll be back in a sec.
See, I'm on a bit of a break at the moment.
Doing well in iRacing and whatnot. I think Lewis is in iRacing.
Oh yeah, I'm in the group chat, whatever it is. I always just see it, but I don't really ever go into it. But yeah, no, I don't have a PC at the moment, so I'm not sure exactly. Because I don't know, I've just spent a bit of money on a PC, but I'm taking a break as well, and I'm spending a lot of money as well on other things. I think I'm going to Vegas the end of the year.
Very nice.
I think I need to get my car fixed and stuff.
You're taking a break from GT?
Well, I've been taking a break, so I'm doing just a little bit less, and then spreading out more of my time doing other stuff while I'm off. Well, since I got a period of time to take off, so I'm spending more time with my friends, just resting a bit more.
Yeah.
I'm spending a bit more time in the gym as well because that is one of the things I do a lot.
That's what I've been doing, is in the gym 4 days a week now, and yeah, enjoying it.
Yeah.
Enjoying the results.
Mine is between 6 or 7.
In the morning?
No, days.
6 and 7 a week?
Yeah.
I do 4. 4 is enough for me. 4 days. That's Monday, Tuesday. No, sorry, Monday, Tuesday, Thursday, and Friday. Midweek off.
Yeah.
So I've got 2 rest periods, and then I do a push, pull legs, and a hard cardio session. So 4 sessions.
Yeah, not too bad. I do a lot of more focused on the weightlifting, and oh my god, my mic is annoying. I feel like it's my mic because I can keep hearing myself every time I say something.
Are you still getting an echo?
Feedback from me?
It's either me or is it you, Richie? Because I remember this was happening when it was just me and you.
I can vaguely hear something in the back of it now.
A little bit vaguely, but I think that's because
it's not too bad. Is it bad on your end, Deck? Yeah.
I think it's bad on my end. Yeah.
What was this?
I think that'll be because your microphone is very sensitive and is close to your earpiece.
Okay.
Sometimes it picks up it from the back screen and it looks it.
Dean in the chat, I didn't see you. Hey, Sayo, GG, well done, mate, well done. Nobody's keeping an eye on the chat, no? And in Deck Wins, yes, yeah. Enjoy the free time before wives and children, trust me all you can. Hey, Hippie, GG, mate, well done, well done.
Well done, Hippie. Hey, Ian, how's it going? I'm seeing Attica, hello.
Game volume super
well
loud.
Done.
Game volume super loud, no problem, Hippie. I was literally, I forgot to
stop fucking swearing, Richie, for fuck's sake.
Hey, will you stop? We're not on your stream.
No, that's why I'm reading Hippie's thing in Irish.
Australia, you don't need to.
Bro, what is Wookiee's car? Just a one tiny ass car.
Where's Wookie?
Black the Star.
Are you watching the screen flash? Or are you sharing?
No, I'm reading chat.
If you go to share screen.
Okay.
So I'm just watching some replays in the chat. Is that super loud now?
Hello, I took my... Can you guys hear me fine? Because I took my mic a little bit away.
Oh, sharing, Richie, yep, got it. View shared screen. You're doing some sound effects or something, are you?
I don't know what he's doing. He's not speaking English either.
No.
I had muted. Oh my god.
Yeah.
Okay, so we should be good
now. Rally event?
That's probably worth a few tenths.
Okay. This looks like one of those sort of buses that travels around like major cities in the UK, looking to pick up stag do's and take them to see ladies of the night, apparently.
I do see a few people in this place have these vans. It's a Toyota executive van or something like that.
Oh yeah, it's the
it's a people carrier.
Yeah. But this is tuned to like 700 horsepower or something, 650 horsepower, and they're just mad.
They added an engine swap to this.
They did, the Lexus, yeah.
Are we using that, or are we just
You can
tuning
if you can.
But I feel like that kind of gives it a disadvantage if you don't have it, though.
Well, you can. There's not much of a difference because I've limited the horsepower to 650 or whatever that we were running.
Alright.
So even with the engine swap, you could still only go to the LFA.
When was this race? That looks like an A-team livery.
Yeah, that's Dyko made that A-team livery, and there's Wookie.
Why is Wookie a normal car?
This was a crew night, so this was just all on chat having fun. So Wookie's in that, Crazy Birch is in that, Everybody else is in the van. Me, Wes, Ledwin, Moomin, Meredith, Dyko, Crazy Birch, Wookie, D-Max, Blue Mooner, actually. He's an Irish guy that I know.
It's like a modernized version of Dirty Sambas.
It kind of was. We haven't done it in a long time, but it was a lot of fun. Like, watch this.
What speed are you getting up to? Can you put like the telemetry on, or like it's honestly the speed you're getting, the acceleration?
I remember back in the days, this track used to bother me a lot, because when they first released this game, you'd go into was one of the time trials, I'm not sure which time trial it was, but for some reason, like at the launch of the game, they had like a rally car, but with road tires, or was it their sport tires?
Yeah,
and you just couldn't get a gold because you're on the wrong tires, they wouldn't let you change.
I remember that. That was the very, very start of that. Yeah. I remember that.
Can't believe the game's been for 4 years now.
I somehow got a gold as well. I was so happy.
I enjoyed doing these. These were a lot of fun. We used to do this after, like, you do a race night, and then you jump in these, and we'd all jump on chat, and just, it's like dodge ups, and especially in the snow.
DTR team night.
Yeah.
In Dublin.
Yeah, sure.
And then go to Temple Bar, and everyone get ridiculously bad.
I don't have a kidney to sell to pay for beers in Temple Bar. It's like 11 something. It's 11 something.
You joking?
Nope.
Sure.
Nope.
I don't know how you can sell something like that for like €11. I don't know.
Because your rent is so expensive, you have to cover it.
Yeah, but like, why do people go in there then? Like,
because it's a tourist trap.
It's a tourist trap.
It's literally a tourist trap.
It's all Americans, like, so.
Who have no idea what money is anyway, so.
No, I always hear, like, especially with golf courses, if you just have a higher price for a golf course, more Americans will go to it. It's seen as better if it's going to cost more.
Because it's more expensive. Exactly.
Yeah.
Yeah. No, I wouldn't go near Temple Bar. I can't remember the last time I was in Temple
Bar. I do like the vibe, though. I do like the vibe in Temple Bar, though. It's good. Because it's closed off from the cars and the cobbles, and it feels like
there's quite a few places
hand grenades went off in like an Irish themed shop, like in an airport or something. It's just like tricolours everywhere, like everything that's a cliche for Ireland. Shamrocks, tricolours.
There's a live stream. I'm going to go now.
But it's good crack. It is good. It is good night.
Then my left hand heel. Sayo, are you not racing the last race in Jasperina in 2 weeks? You won't be able to race that. GG on the race today. Well done, mate. Well done.
Is Sayo winning the championship? Because I feel like I've like missed 2 or 3 already. So
I don't know what the points are. Currently.
I think I won every race that I was in, but I just haven't raced all the races either. So.
Well, because Dyko's been away, I don't think anything's been done in reference to the point system.
So that's where you come in, Richie.
Where's that? Where's that take? Where's that?
Go and calculate the points there and come back to me.
Will I? Yes, sir.
Yeah, thank you.
Would you like it? I know Cars is saying that he's won the AM.
He's won the AM?
Yeah.
So
that means he's in pro for next season.
If he's doing it next season. I don't know if he's doing it next season.
He said he wasn't doing next season, didn't he? Look at all the dents on my car.
Yeah.
This was just so much fun, these were. And they were fun on the snow as well.
Yeah, I know. The snow is just as good. The thing about the snow is it's funny because you have these really thin tires.
Yeah.
As well. We'll have to just set up a championship because there's like so many dirt and snow tracks at this point in the game.
So I was saying I will make it. I'm not going to give up a position like this, so I'm definitely tuning in. Might miss the practice, but that's for the better. And Ian is saying he is done in eDTM.
The great thing about this is I'm terrible at this because either my tune is terrible or I can't drive these cars. So every time I seem to do this race, I seem to always never win. Get the speed there.
Look at this.
That wheel got some serious airtime.
I did something crazy on this, I swear. One time someone like spun and I hit the bump and I went over them.
Yeah.
You'd break your back, and that there's like you can see there's like no clearance in the suspension there at all.
No.
you're gonna absolutely break your back.
Yeah, some fun times in these.
I'm sure they're fun.
That's me and Moomin. Where's the snow one? Where's the snow one? Where's the snow one?
The snow ones can be more chaos because there's a few of those that are just like 3-4 corner tracks.
Yeah.
I struggle with the snow ones.
This annoys me. You have to go back to the start with this every time.
Mm-hmm.
Do we see snow anywhere? No. 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 Okay. So what do I have in my items? Replays. I see snow.
Oh, there's one.
I finished 7th apparently.
I think whenever I do this, I have like a DHL van, so that's actually kind of funny.
Yeah, there you are. Oh, there's no livery on it.
No, there is.
Oh, there it is. There it is. There it is.
Oh. Oh, there's a bit of orange and a bit of orangey going behind there.
It's literally.
This is literally what it looks like whenever it's Black Friday in Canada, right? And the Amazon delivery drivers are out to try and get their parcels done, and this absolute cluster is what's going on here. Like, get home for Christmas.
Yeah.
You've got Chris Ray in the back driving home for, and these guys just going absolute chaos
rest in peace,
to get deliveries done. This is the pressure that Jeff Bezos has with Amazon deliveries. They're pissing in her bag, shitting in fucking...
Stop it! Stop swearing! Stop swearing!
See, at the moment at DHL,
they got quotas for next year, Richie. They're gonna be on the move.
All the planes are out of service, so I have to like do this for them. Like, I have to just make it the next day delivery. Like.
Yeah, this is good racing. It's
a lot of fun. It's a lot of fun.
This
You do the van up.
This is the stuff I would enjoy. Yeah.
See, I agree with you, Flash, that I'm not enjoying Gran Turismo. I'm not. But if you get on with 6-7 people and do stuff like this for an hour,
6-7.
It's so much fun. Will you stop?
Yeah. I enjoy the stuff. I enjoy the dirty sambas with Scotty. Sometimes
exactly.
GT can be just too serious sometimes, you know.
That's exactly it. The difference between GT7 and GT Sport to me is the fun factor. The fun from Gran Turismo Sport. We used to have so much fun, like with the dirty Beetles around Blue Moon Speedway. It used to be so much fun. And now the boost is terrible. So if you get crashed out, you're so far behind, the boost doesn't work. Exactly.
Yeah.
Whereas you put...
look at this. The vans start floating.
Did you see that? Oh my god!
What was that? There's wall riding and there's wall gliding. What the hell was that?
He may as well have been up on the side.
It was like Tony Hawk.
Tony Hawk. Yeah.
Oh, we have to get this in for the next CTC. We're going to have to bribe someone to get this into track selection and a car selection.
But it's just throw the van in and just go.
Yeah. The best thing
though, actually keeping it relatively clean, like quite respectful.
It's all like we all race together on a regular basis. You're not specifically taking people out. You're going for it. Well.
Yeah,
I don't know about that. There was something going on up there. That's Tycho and moving.
Oh, there's a Ghostbuster at the front of DHL van.
So it's DHL followed by Ghostbusters heading into the final corner. Minolta on the outside.
Oh,
that's me.
I do like seeing Richie and then just trying to take him out on purpose, like.
Oh, interesting.
Bro, there is the odd person who always is so far behind that just turns around and just tries to take everyone out.
Yeah, well, that was a good game too. We played that actually. We tried that one night where
that's what Ian's doing here, I think.
We done 7 or 8 laps. It was 10 laps, and then at the end of each lap, whoever's last has to stop and go the other way.
Yeah.
And head towards people. Yeah. Is that what it? Yeah. There he is. Rewind it.
I'm surprised that's not Ian. Ian loves
That is Ian. That's
backwards.
Ian. That's Ian.
Oh, it
Go
is.
backwards. It is. It is Ian. It is Ian. Go backwards. Watch.
Oh, I've been watching these guys driving for too long. I just know the moves. This is an Ian classic.
Is that the wrong side of the road?
If Ian was in Mortal Kombat, this would be his finisher.
Where was Deck in that?
There's some tracks though that this works better for backwards driving, whereas one of those dirt tracks where it's like goes through like a wooden like log section and it's really tight. That
Colorado
so
Springs or something. Yeah.
Yeah, it's like you just can't avoid it.
Oh yeah, 'cause it's a single file area and you can't miss them.
Yeah. No, we need to make a championship of this because
I want to bring this back. This is a lot of fun. This was a lot of fun.
If they made it like a non-competitive championship.
Teams worked really well on this whenever it was Dirty Sambas and you had one person who was like going backwards.
Look at Deck!
Not at that. What am I actually watching here? I don't think I've ever seen that in all the time I've been watching GP.
Sure, it's excellent.
That's a new that's an illegal technique. Not the wall ride, the wall grind.
Sure, like I'm not going to get them delivered any other way. Like.
Yeah. I respect the hustle, Dak.
I love doing this in the cockpit view as well, though, because you just can see everything perfectly. Like you can hear all like the torque as well.
In the 7-seater minivan. He's sideways.
Oh.
Somebody's put him sideways. I think it was Daiko. I think it was Daiko put him sideways.
Oh no, sticky snowballs.
I'm like terrible at this, so it's actually quite fun.
Oh, here's the excuses.
No, every time I get taken out or I get touched, it's like my suspension or whatever, my stability is really, really bad. Because I think I made my own setup and I'm not good at making setups. Especially
I gave you setups and you didn't use them.
Yeah, no, oh my god. No, I ignored that.
Look at the carnage in front! Carnage in front of Ian!
Yeah, typical standard Ian behaviour. You'll see his pink car coming right at you.
Yeah. But see, the boost works really well on this because you can catch up to people. You just wall ride all the way around.
Yeah, I think for like a dirty race, you like it works in Tokyo Expressway. It works here. It needs to have walls that sort of keep you in. Because if it's dirty racing, you just punch someone into oblivion 100 meters into like a runoff area. They're not gonna get back into it.
What a corner!
Nicely done. Movement's against the wall. No. Deck's against the wall.
It's a generational delivery talent right there. Let's see if this wall glide goes on here. Let's see if he gets some airtime. He's gonna hit that, and is he gonna get the? Oh, he's got
it! He nearly overtook him by overtaking him. There's Ian. There's Ian.
Oh, that was some serious airtime. That deserves an action replay. Wow, that was.
We'll give you a replay.
That was insane. I want to say. All three of them. There was some really good height on that as well. Actually, I think.
The only thing you can do to solve Gran Turismo problems is just put this as the World Series events. This has to be it.
I mean, it's not that far. I mean, it's not that far off.
The world's greatest driver is having to do it in a van. Like.
They had an oval race. Were you in that oval race last year? No.
Wait, what happened last year?
Were you in you were in the GT World Series last year, weren't you?
Yes.
But were you at Tokyo?
No, it was the other city.
Oh yeah, okay, but it was Japan. But didn't they have like a Daytona race for the actual championship?
Oh no, that was a joke. That was a joke.
It's
an absolute shambles. And they restarted it like twice, but then didn't restart it whenever for other drivers. But we'll not talk about that.
Yeah. But it kind of annoyed me though, or annoyed other people as well, because like, you know, someone's going to have to do that race, and no one's going to want to do that race because it doesn't show any skill at all.
Yeah.
So how are you supposed to have a good race even if you win, because it's just a luck-based race?
Well, what I could see, nobody could actually pass.
Yeah.
You couldn't pass because, well, did they allow bump drafting in that particular race?
They did.
They did allow bump drafting, but you still, if you were in like 3rd place and you pulled out of the line, and then nobody pulled out with you, you're just going to lose a spot and go to the back of the field. So nobody wanted to pull out of the line.
Yeah. You know, it's just one of those things where like it was, and I don't know why they had it, especially the finals. Oh my god.
I want to see if it's possible that if you can overtake by driving literally over the top of someone's car, that'll be the most insane overtake ever.
I have a feeling you can, because I think the hitboxes are a bit weird for the vertical. I'm not sure. But you could, but I'm not sure.
You can jump people on that dirt track. You can literally jump over people.
Yeah.
Wes has caused a carnage. Wes caused carnage. Let's give it Daiko the lead in his Ghostbusters livery. Daiko makes some awesome liveries.
He does.
There's Ian. There's Ian.
Oh.
Daiko's lost a lot of time through there.
Just see, you gotta hit it like the DHL van. This is way more like one of those Fast and Furious of the modern Fast and Furious movies. Where they're like on that, like there's a massive ice, Antarctica type looking thing.
Not dragging a safe through the city, no?
Nah, man. There's, I don't know, I think there's like Fast and Furious 10 where they're like they're on like a massive iceberg and they're like shooting submarines. I don't know what's going on. This kind of looks like this.
I think somebody put movement into the wall here. Into the pit.
Hopefully. No. That's me.
No.
Oh.
There. Wes!
Oh,
it was Wes! It was Wes!
What a shot.
I think that was it.
Is there like infinite laps in this or whatever, or just like
No, it's
until
like
last man standing?
seven laps, I think, is all I
That was actually a lot of fun to even just watch.
My items, replays.
Hold on.
9 megabytes.
We could brainstorm ideas as well, because there's stuff we can always add or like adjust to that to make it more entertaining.
Colorado Springs, that's the one you were talking about. The one with all the wood all over the place.
Yeah, that one's quite good.
At night time.
You can do it at night.
This was the first track I did in VR, and it
Wookie just hit reversed.
Is the VR any good?
It's death.
He's selling it to me,
insane.
Dak. He's selling it to me.
It's just,
Damn
but
it.
it's like it's almost too good that it makes you feel weird. Not weird as in sick, but I felt weird as if like this is so dystopian because see all these here like little marshals.
Yeah.
Whenever you're like driving up, you can like the cows and everything is like life size. So whenever you see someone streaming VR on the screen, you're still getting a screen. Whenever you're in it, the periphery is the periphery of your eyes. So your eyes periphery is not confined to a wide screen. So it's actually a lot wider. You see a lot more up and width than what they condense into a screen. And it's not as jerky, it's smooth and doesn't bounce as much. But it's the scale of everything. Like whenever I did Suzuka in Super Formula, and you know the Ferris wheel? It's enormous. It's like you literally feel like it's hundreds of feet. And the grandstands are absolutely ridiculous. So everything feels like you're actually in the game. Like because you're sitting in a rig, well you'll be sitting in a rig anyway. If you're sitting in a rig and you're holding the wheel, and your hands are moving left and right, you're actually looking down at your hands, but you're dressed as your own avatar in the game. It's very strange at first. So that might, like the Flashdagger like avatar, like the little suit and the helmet that I have in the game, I was literally looking at myself wearing that and able to see myself in the rear view mirrors. You see like yourself as this avatar. It's very, very strange. I find that be quite surreal, but if you're a car enthusiast, if you're someone who loves cars, just getting into the cars and looking around the interior, because you can look up, down, left, right, you can look at every single detail, you can look behind you, it has every single detail, all the stitching, everything is like so detailed, so it would be an entirely different game experience. You'll not be as quick, but it's totally.
It's not meant for out and out racing. It's just for the fun aspect.
You could go and take different cars around the Nordschleife all day.
Yeah.
And you'd love it.
Is it better using that than if you were to use just the standard cockpit view?
Oh, not even like.
Doesn't compare.
That's like saying, this is not even an exaggeration. That's like saying Interstellar. I mean, if I've got like a 12-inch laptop monitor. Is it the same? Not just the same as watching that in like IMAX.
It's the same thing, but it's displayed
that's bigger scale. But this isn't three-dimensional. It's not 3D. You're actually inside. 3D means you're watching a three-dimensional presentation of something. You're inside the game.
It's the depth.
You're actually inside, moving through the game. You become part of the game, and it's weird.
Would you use that for daily races, or do you think you'd struggle compared to the other views?
The week I used it, I used it for 5 hours, so it cost me £100 an hour to use it. And it's got 5 hours of use. No, what did it cost? Like £550 sterling.
Yeah.
And it was amazing, but then I was like, that was 2023.
Is it more of a gimmick then?
No, it's not a gimmick. If you're a sport mode player and you're interested in sport mode and being fast, then you probably don't want to use it. And I was a lot slower, and I was more interested in trying to be quick then. But I've reached my peak of being where I could possibly get to, and I'm now at a different stage where I'm like just wanting to play this game for fun now. So I'm considering going back to VR and having a different account, and if it means that I'm B or low A rated in VR, then so be it.
But you're having more fun.
I'll be having an entirely different experience.
That stuff would be OP for like iRacing and stuff if they had it compatible for iRacing.
I would love triple screens, I think. I would love triple screens.
You think triple screens is better?
There's more people using triples in iRacing top level and that sort of thing than VR.
I just want to see what this is. I don't know what this is.
There's little annoyances. There's little annoyances in VR that like you don't know where you are in the race because it doesn't have delta. It doesn't have all that information on the left hand side, like your deltas and stuff. It doesn't have that. Your awareness is a lot more difficult. Like understanding the width of the car. The seating position is a lot lower than cockpit cam. So you're sitting really low in the seat, like the Porsche 911 GT3. I remember driving it at Catalonia, and like you feel you're so low in the car,
You can't change that.
You might be able to a little bit, but it's generally quite low.
Okay.
I drove the Nissan Group 2 Nissan GTR, and that was the week that VR was released. It was Lago Maggiore. This is another thing, and Key mentioned this, and I have to agree with him on this. See the undulations. See like any form of like elevations or like dips. Like it's like 10x the severity you feel it in VR. Because people will tell you that like Nordschleife has so many more hills than you can possibly see on Gran Turismo. Like it's one of the things that Super GT talks about. Like I said, the hills are a lot more. It's like there's a lot more elevations and stuff. You really feel that in VR.
Okay.
I don't know what it's down to now. I mean, I don't know how expensive. Is it down to like 300 now? Is it possibly?
No, I don't know what the price is now, but from the 4th of April, PlayStation upped the prices by 150 euros for the consoles themselves. Did you not see that?
Why?
Hang on.
Why would they do that? The console's like 7 years old or something.
Where did I post that? DTR,
is it 7 years old? 6 years old?
I think it's 6.
Main chat.
29, was it 2019?
Right. So
2020.
in the UK now, the PS5 is 569 for a disc, 519 for a digital, and 789 for the Pro.
That's just because they're probably making a loss in every one of them, and they're only trying to get their money back now.
November 12th, 2020.
And as well, like that just kind of tells you they're probably not going to bring out the 6 very soon.
Well, the PlayStation 6, they have it ready to go, actually. So what they said, Sony, and I'm surprised that Sony actually even came out and said this, but they must have had to say it for shareholder reasons or whatever, as to why they're not making moves that they probably had on their quarterly forecast for FY26 going into 27 or something. But basically what they've said is, we have it, we're ready to go, but we're not building it because the cost of storage and memory is so expensive right now that for them
that's because all the AI companies are buying up all.
Yes, they've all up. Yeah, exactly.
So it's scarcity.
Yes, so it's put it like through the roof. So that's why there's silly talk about the PS6 costing $1,000, which is about £800.
It's just a PC then, isn't it?
It's just ridiculous.
That's literally when I posted in about the upgrade of the price. Myself and Ian were talking, and I'm like, a couple more €100. That's a fairly decent PC. So the idea to go to a console was that it's £500.
It needs to be accessible, and it needs to be accessible. Let's be real. But they're like, we're all adults, and you're a younger adult, But the reality is, like, even you're working like £500. If you're anyone, £500 is a lot, but it's a Christmas present, right? In this day and age, it's a Christmas present. And most families can, even it still is a stretch, still very tough, but with stretch that. But if you start pricing out that the kids can't have, there's going to be the haves and the have-nots with consoles. That's no good. You can't have it with your schoolmates, and there's only about, let's say, 30 in a class, only about 10 of them can afford, or their parents can afford, to buy them a PlayStation.
I think my Sega Mega Drive was £199 back in the day. That's the first console.
I remember the Super Nintendo, which is now, what, 34 years ago? 33 years ago? Yeah, 1992. It was £160. But here's the thing, what's interesting, Richie, right, you'll know about this. So you don't know about this deck, right? How much is a game cost now on average?
Probably
when it comes out between 80 and 100
in pounds sterling.
We're in
50,
euros.
Pounds?
We're euros, so yeah, okay, about that.
Yeah. So in 1993, the biggest stand-up fighter game in the world was Mortal Kombat. It came out a year after Street Fighter 2, and it had violence and gore in it. So it was the first game to ever have gore and blood. That game. So the console was $160. That game cost £69 in 1993.
Yeah. Simon's after chiming in.
It was almost half the price of the console.
Itself. Simon's after chiming in, saying the PS5s are getting more expensive rather than least expensive. Less expensive.
I know, it's silly.
Okay, I think the average top level of game, let's say your FIFAs or your.
How much was Gran Turismo? I think I bought the pre-production one.
I got the 25-year anniversary edition.
I think it was
£80.
I think mine was €80.
Yeah, all your top tier sports games are about €80 now.
Well, the most expensive console game that I can see on the PlayStation Store is Microsoft Flight Simulator 2024.
That has a lot of add-ons.
It's about £300.
Yeah. How much is GTA 6 going to be?
Well, there's versions of it starting from 60.
Yeah. How much is GTA 6 going to be?
Oh, 120, I'd say.
I'm going to say more. I'm going to be saying more than that.
I might say 150, and I think everyone will buy it.
100%, they're going to buy it. Dude, if they put that out for 250 people will buy it.
Yeah.
Joe, no, I reckon they'll release it for like 80, because I feel like if someone says it's terrible, everyone won't buy it. No one will buy it.
It's not going to be. It's not going to be.
It will. There's no way.
Simon saying no Spitfire or Lancaster or Vulcan. Simon, is this in Microsoft Flight Simulator? Did you buy it?
That must be in the actual PC version rather than the console version.
Was that the game that I told you to download, Simon, or is this the Microsoft Flight Simulator one?
With GTA 5, I always feel like they pretty much have like everything in it. They can have like in real life or whatever. But what can they actually add unless it's like virtual reality kind of stuff?
Did you not see the trailers?
Yeah, but it just looked like any other game, really. Like.
I think it's going to be a bit more than that. I think compared to what the trailer was for GTA 5 to what it got to is a night and day difference.
Because the thing is, GTA 5 was like a class game for the time.
I've never played GTA 5.
Flash, you're missing out.
I feel like I've missed out. I know, but here's the thing with those sort of games, right? I know I'm like, if I enjoy it, that's it. I'm hooked and I'll play it. And like an amount of time that's probably really antisocial. And have no life. And get nothing done. And I'll just order takeaways and I'll not cook. And I'll probably be like Cartman and wear a diaper and not go to the toilet. And just sit there and just play missions. Right? I don't want to get hooked on it. I don't want to enjoy it. I don't think I'm going to buy GTA 6.
I want day one. I'm going to book 2 weeks off, and I'm.
But this is it, Richie. I don't think you're like I don't doubt what you're telling me is true, and I think people are going to quit jobs over this. I think there'll be people who like
when that game comes out. When that game comes out, there's going to be a drop in productivity across the world. Across the world.
100%.
But like, are they going to have the problems? Like, I think it was another developer that had a similar thing. They made a
really they still have issues because they don't run it on a server. They run a peer-to-peer, which is the issue because you're connecting via one person to another, to another, to another. And I think that's the way they're going to do GTA 6 also. And I think that's not the right way to go, but it's the cheaper way to go. And they put like, I think it's like $2 billion into this new game. $2 billion into this new game.
And what if they just can't run it? Like if it's too hard on like the console, or else if your console is anyway old, it's not going to work.
The Pro will run it.
Yeah, but 100%. Who's going to buy that?
Well, who knows? Will the when is the release date for GTA 6?
PS5 has to run it. Has to work on PS5.
It's November this year, isn't it? November.
No, they pushed it back again. Like
no, I think it was supposed to be. I think it was supposed to be May this year, and now they pushed it back to November.
It's pushed back again until early 2027.
Is it 27? I didn't see that.
Yeah, because they said that. Well, I actually appreciate that. I wish Gran Turismo had done that by 6 months, because the game that they gave us in March 2022 was not finished.
Well, I still don't think it's finished. I still think that they're basing it onto PS4 players as well. And unfortunately, because they still have them people, they have to manufacture the game to them.
Yeah, it feels like a game that never really hit its full potential.
Mm-hmm.
See, in the gaming industry nowadays, you have the excuse to release a game that doesn't work properly. Because you can fix it with updates. Like back in the day, like you can't recall every disc.
That's done. The disc is gone, the cartridge is gone. You can't do anything.
That's a developer thing. So this is the problem with when we were buying games in a cartridge. You got your game and it worked, and that was it.
Yeah. So what you see is what you get.
But in the developers, so in the modern age of developers, as you're saying, and they made it mandatory in this game that you had to be connected to online at all times, even if you're playing offline mode. So there's a thing in development which is called an MVP, which a lot of people work to in agile developments, which is called minimum viable product. So a lot of development teams in software work to what's the minimum viable product we can just get out there onto the market, and then we'll fix it and do iterations of it as we go along to get cash flow. And a lot of development teams are working to that ideology of MVP, minimum viable product. And that's exactly what GT7 felt like, was This is the minimum viable piece of crap that we can possibly get out there, and we'll get 10 million sales at $70 a go.
Yeah, but if you get that product out and get that product out and it's dreadful. What was that one player game that absolutely flopped? I can't think of it. It was supposed to be
Project Motor Racing?
No, it was like a GTA kind of effort.
Yeah, that's what I was talking about earlier. It was called...
What's the name of it?
Cyberpunk?
Yeah,
Cyberpunk. Exactly. Something like that. They put that out really quickly that it shouldn't have been out, and it got slated. Absolutely slated. And people stopped buying it because they were looking for refunds. But now,
consumers are
if
being
you go into that game,
forgiving.
it's really good.
Yeah, yes, they turned it around. But Project Motor Racing tried to do it, and they nobody's... I think there was like 200 people online 3 months after launch.
Southampton 2, Arsenal 1, deck.
Oh, I haven't been looking.
It's interesting.
That's from Simon. Simon's also saying 16 players in a race is a joke, same as PS4 was a letdown.
Yeah. Not the same as PS4. PS4 was 20 in GT Sport.
Was it?
Yeah.
In sport mode or in lobbies?
In sport mode.
Okay, in lobbies was always 16.
20. GT Sport in 2018 and 2019 they had the top 16 what was it? Top 16 superstars they used to call it, right? Because they had, well, first of all, the FIA, so the game was governed better because the FIA were involved, which means you didn't get that crap that went on this year in GT World Series. Because they were actually being adhered to FIA rules and regulations and were being monitored, and the FIA branding was on it. So it was a better run competition. It lasted about 6 or 7 months long. So to qualify, there was like 30 or 40 rounds, right? And it was over 2 seasons. And it was 20 cars, but in the top 16 superstars, or top 24 superstars, it was 24 player lobbies. He has some of the streams. You can go back and see him racing Mikhail Hazal. 24 driver lobbies in GT Sport, and that was 8 years ago. 8 years ago now,
the connections in GT Sport, in lobbies and in sport mode, were much, much better.
Yeah.
The connections were insane how good they were. And now you get into lobbies and you don't know where the F people are going. They're bouncing all over the place.
I think I was talking to someone. I think the sole reason is just the PS4, PS5 compatibility.
I think so.
Yeah.
They released the game and they need to base it on the PS4 players, so it'll run for the PS4 players. Whereas it had been released purely for PS5, I think that's the Gran Turismo 8 that we should have gotten already.
Yeah, I think
I don't think Gran Turismo 8 is going to be any different to 7. It's just going to be more stable. There's not going to be a huge difference.
I think it'll be different.
You think so?
Yeah.
I don't. I think it's going to be the exact same, but just more stable.
Just either hiring more people. I saw somewhere they were hiring devs, but that's just obviously because they need people for the next game. So at least that's a hint. Yeah, but I think, does anyone remember when this game launched and it was so raw that I think I did something like I went to buy a car and I couldn't buy anything because the game had broken me, and then it didn't fix it till the next update. So basically I couldn't buy a car, I couldn't change my car, I could only stick to this one car I had, because if I tried to buy or change anything, the game would crash instantly.
I remember the economy was really bad and people were like really, really angry about it, like where you couldn't earn enough credit. It was like forcing your hand to go down the freemium buying coins like they introduced, and like the economy was so terrible, like because those time trials where you get 1 million credits or 2 million credits didn't exist at the start of the game.
But this is the problem.
And you're only getting 30,000 euro for like a win in sport mode.
But you just can't have that unless you have a separate career mode. Because if you have it in the actual game where you can only earn a certain amount of money, which is really low, and they didn't have their car rental system, so how could you race the car you needed if you couldn't afford it?
But they're still making mistakes like that.
Was car rental in at the start? I don't think car rental was in at the start.
So
no, it wasn't. That's right.
If they did a Group 1 with the Group C cars, you were completely screwed.
Yeah.
Because you could not buy it. Luckily, they didn't happen too many times, but I sure there was one race where I think just before the rental thing, you just could not compete unless you.
And they boosted the amount of money you make for circuit experience because it was never as much as that, was it?
Yeah, they boosted it, and then they eventually just brought in the rental thing because people couldn't race, you know.
But didn't Super GT made a video a couple of months ago saying about there was a race that was on at Daytona, and the fastest car was the Mustang that you could only use once you bought the power pack. So if you didn't buy the power pack, you didn't have the fastest car.
That's right. Yeah, that happened.
Do you remember that?
Yeah, it was.
They're still making these mistakes. They're still putting up daily races.
It was Daytona Oval.
Yep.
The fastest car was a car that was only available in the power pack.
So I didn't buy the power pack. So what's the point in racing?
Yeah. I think that was the accident. I don't think that was intentional.
Right. Okay. But then they make daily races, and the car's not available in the used cars, and that happens quite often. So if you haven't bought the car already,
more so classic cars and stuff, like it happens. It happens a lot more in Race A because Race A uses road cars.
I didn't buy the power pack either, hippie. Didn't buy it. I bought PGA Golf for the same price, $29.99.
I made like a expo or something one time because there was, I think it was some exhibition series for, was it last year? It was like the manufacturers. No, it wasn't the Nations. And do you know when they redid the Nissan LM, the one that was notoriously terrible for being front-wheel drive?
Yeah.
They redid that to basically did what every other car has. So it has rear-wheel drive and it has like front-wheel drive, so it's four-wheel drive. But for whatever reason, the way its hybrid works is it works with some crank belt system. So I completely destroyed the lap record by having the battery on max for half the lap. Even though if you drove it the normal way, you could only use it for like 2 corners. So what you did is, if you did 3 straight laps while holding the recharge button, what's it like? You could go like nearly the whole lap with full battery and beat the record by like 20 seconds.
As you were draining the battery, it wouldn't actually be draining the battery because when the battery was fully charged, it still went above like 150% rather than 100%.
Yeah, and you're at like 1,000%.
Exactly.
It was actually kind of funny, but like it was kind of stuck.
Podcast. Oh my god.
That's what I was saying. No, but this is the thing. Like I can like talk forever. I can talk about anything.
We should make this.
Yeah, I like talking about this sort of stuff. Just for a bit of a waffle and a rant.
If we just set up a few mics and just like invite a load of people every week, like.
We could do that. Run some replays in the background. There's your podcast.
Or just start ranting about other things.
Well, we could go off topic. There's a few interstellar things that have come up already. So.
Yeah. Yeah.
So
we could,
Ian's saying he's the same with the GR10. Explain that a bit more, Ian. What do you mean the GR? What is the GR10?
See, the GR10 is the hypercar. I think it's the only hypercar we have in the game.
Is that the Porsche?
No, the Toyota GR010.
There's the TR10 and
the Gazoo Racing 010.
Yes, I know what you mean now. Yep.
I don't know what.
I'm not a fan of any. You know all about this. I had to call your race for that flipping Mat 25 gaming thing at Christmas time. We just went around Yas Marina. What an absolute joke that was. That was the biggest precursor foreshadowing of what Formula 1 is this year.
Bro, do you know what's so funny?
75% throttle on the straight, recharge your battery.
You couldn't have said that better, because this is the thing. Obviously, I accepted that because like I wanted to do the race for them. So then, obviously, like I was doing it. I was trying to practice, but I was also practicing for the World Tour in Japan as well. So it was one of those things where like, okay, I think I know how to do this. And then like walk up and I see a lot of people obviously have like done up like 10 times as much effort on working out the car. And I turn up and I was woeful for like both races.
Yeah.
Because I don't know, I have no idea how this car works because it's terrible.
It didn't make sense. I was like, I did some practice on it and I was like, ooh, that's tough to drive. But I wasn't really focused on the battery because my understanding of the battery is that it normally charges in braking zones, right?
Yeah.
But this didn't. This charged at 75% throttle, which meant it was just weird. It was just weird. And once your battery's gone, you're not getting it back.
Yeah,
You
I
know?
know. I was in the final race because I thought I'd learned how it worked, but no, I did not find out how it worked because what ended up happening was, especially if you tried to drive it normal, you'd have no tires. It's like you have to be driving in reserve like it is in Formula One, because either you go all out, have no battery and no tires, or you reserve too much and you're too slow and you've too much tires and you're not using your battery. Or
Well,
else you
I
can.
said it. Yeah, I said it at the time, but like I said it probably more diplomatically. But I'll say it just more how it is. That race at Yas Marina was the single worst race I've ever seen, and I had to talk for it for 50 minutes. 50 minutes by myself to try and make this sound interesting, that literally nobody was overtaking anybody because it didn't benefit you to overtake anybody. It benefited you to sit in slipstream and harvest your battery to get to the end of the race. I'm not undermining I think Krakenstein's Cuerdo did a very good job, but it was a style of driving, and like, who knew that what we were looking at was exactly what Formula One become? Is it any wonder Max Verstappen doesn't like it? I mean, the commentators, how can the commentators even enjoy it? It's just awful.
I think the one thing with the F1 is I feel like that's such an easy fix if you really wanted to do something. If you just, it's kind of like what they have, I think, is it in the WC or the way that LMP1 cars kind of work in this game. Once you get to a certain speed, the battery just gets cut off. Like, I don't know what you're doing with battery at 200 miles per hour. Like, are you trying to destroy any battery you have? Because you cannot reserve that if it's at too high of a speed.
Did you see the last F1 race at Japan where they were heading into 130R and the car is decelerating? It's unreal.
Yeah.
It was
They
so
started
bad to
sabotaging it.
watch.
They just they were shutting the cameras off because it looked so bad.
Yeah, they weren't showing any of the onboards through 130R. None. Because it looked terrible.
I understand that. Like, why were they doing that? To harvest battery for the next straight?
So, so you were sitting on the brake so he could have it going down the straight.
Yeah, because the straight is more valuable for time, because, you know, if you're going to be lifting maybe slightly in the corner anyways, or maybe that straight is slightly, I guess, less use for speed. So when you get to the main straight, I guess the more boost is more useful.
Ian was saying that crash was going to happen. That's exactly what I thought when I saw it, because the closing speed was like 50 kilometers an hour when your man went off. And to be fair, I had my heart in my mouth because it's been a long time since I've seen a Formula One driver get out of a car with a limp. And that was kind of scary because the speed that he came through Spoon Corner, full time Arsenal 1, Saints 2, full time.
Yeah, I saw that.
Congrats, Simon. That's a good night for you.
GG, Simon. So that crash was completely avoidable. There's no reason to have a 50 kilometer an hour difference closing speed at that track. There's no reason for it.
Yeah, it's just, especially it's one of those things where I'm looking at like the debriefs of like when you go into like, it's like the race they do, like whatever, is it to show you how everything works. And it's just some weird thing where like, if you are on the edge and if you twitch any bit, for whatever way the system works, you end up burning more battery if you're more twitchy in corners, where if you're really planted and you can keep your foot down without having to lift for like preventing you to spin, you just save more battery. Like, or is it almost the other way around, where if you're more safe, I guess you will save more battery and you won't run out and you won't be confused why you've no battery. It's just one of these really weird ways, I don't know. Like there was Charles Leclerc, I think, was like struggling, was it the second race, or I'm not sure, in China, and then he just ran out of battery. And then even I think the last race was Hamilton had an issue with his battery where he was slower when he was using his deployment than when he wasn't using it. So I don't understand.
Well, doesn't Hamilton seems to be the only one who says that he actually seems to enjoy it?
But you can understand that because of how bad he was before. I feel like if you're doing...
I hear that. He had such a bad season the last season. Anything now is an improvement.
Yeah, just being in the fight is kind of what you want. Like,
he's got very good pace early on, and then he doesn't, and he falls off.
No, I think that was simply because there was some problem with his deployment where he was deploying his energy and he was somehow losing time. He was something like 9 kilometers an hour slower on the straight than Charles Leclerc. I don't know why. No idea.
I can honestly see this. This is a genuine. This is not hyperbole. I can see Max Verstappen working with Red Bull. What is Max now? 28, 27, 28? Who's that young man?
He's 26,
exactly sure.
27, I think.
He's still young, right? I can see him saying, guys, not doing this, not traveling the world, got a family, got young kid at home, I'm not going around the world to do this. Freeze my contract. But what I will do is, I will race in your Red Bull colours, and I will do it in Nordschleife. I like that NLS series, and he's just said today he likes driving the Super GTs in Japan. I could see him taking a couple of years out of Formula One, letting it sort itself out, and then Red Bull keeping because they've got that feeder system, keeping a seat for him that whenever he says I'm ready to come back. But I could see him going and saying, you know what, I want to go and win championships in GT3. I want to go and win a Super GT champ. I want to win other championships. I'm still a young guy. I'm not liking Formula One at the minute. Keep my seat warm for me. I'll be back. I can genuinely see that happen whenever he's like, because he still has what, in your prime, you can still be racing and be competitive. Hamilton was competitive, and when was 2021? Was 5 years ago now. Hamilton's 41, 40. So you can be competitive in the right car right up until you're 37, 38. You know?
Well, I think if Hamilton had the right car, I think it'd still be competitive. But these major rule changes have changed a lot. A lot.
But I'll put it this way, it's like, what they should have done is it had like 150 mile an hour limit to how much the battery can be used. But the issue is, because the engine is so bad, once you get there, you're going to gain no speed. So what they should have had was a more powerful engine, so by 150 miles per hour, you can cut off the battery, and there won't be this massive discrepancy at the end of straights.
Well, there's still no 1.5, isn't it? 1.5 litre.
I know. I think it's a 2 litre. I'm not sure what. It might be 1.5. Is it 1.6?
I don't think it's a 1.6. It's not 2. Definitely not 2.
Yeah. But I don't know why your engine performance would be so bad in a sport like F1, and why you'd run.
But F1 is. This is the point, though. F1 is supposed to be the pinnacle, the best.
Yeah.
So, one, why are they racing with electric cars? That's Formula E. You shouldn't be using that. Two, why are they using
that's the way that the car industry's going.
But that's terrible. So that's not what it's supposed to be. It's supposed to be the pinnacle.
I know, I agree with you. But they've always used Formula One to justify the expense of it. The car companies have always used Formula One as their investment.
It's not always been that way, Flash. It's not always been that way. Until sponsorships got involved. And it's to be like, we don't want our car to look bad. That's why it now does that.
Well, it's about using the investments. What you see in Formula One today will be in will be in your everyday family car in 15 years. Yeah. The
but you can still throw a massive battery with a massive BYD sponsor on it, and still you sell a lot of cars that way, and just you only use it to a certain amount. Look, I feel like you can still have an engine as well. I'd still
wasn't the battery the only way to get Audi involved?
Just say that again.
Wasn't the battery rolls the only way to get Audi?
I think Audi and what's the American guy's name? Was he with Audi? No, he wasn't.
Yeah,
I think he only got involved because of that as well. But they're trying to make everything all Americanized. Same with the sprint racing. There should not be sprint racing.
Yeah,
that's Americanized.
Yeah, that's a race B.
Yeah. Was it one of the people at F1 or one of the teams was like
Mario Andretti? Mario Andretti, that's the guy I was thinking of.
Some engineer was with some team, and they were like, F1 is it's so popular. It's the most popular it's ever been. So that's why I'm leaving and going to IndyCar. Someone said that, and I just kind of it hit me I don't know. It's obviously it's too popularized. it's getting too artificial.
It's too accessible. Yeah.
And too artificial. So you just go to something else. And
there was a
racing.
YouTube video I was watching. I'm going to share it later on. But they're talking about after like Liberty Media bought Formula One and bought all the rights and stuff like that. Then we also all of a sudden now we've lost the French Grand Prix. We lost the proper German Grand Prix. We have 3 American races where it's all line astern and everybody follows through. Artificial stuff in Miami. And it's disgraceful. And then they're doing this, the Drive to Survive. And I watched that first season, I think it was, or maybe even the second season. But when you look at that, that's for people who don't watch Formula One. And literally will only watch this. They don't follow the teams, don't follow any of that. But they'll watch Drive to Survive on Netflix, and they know it. They know everything of Formula One. And unfortunately, now Formula One is being dictated by them people. It's been dictated by Netflix. They're making up.
I can't argue that. I mean, 2021 was the year that the sport became a spectacle.
The peak, man.
The sport became a spectacle. It felt contrived. That finish felt very much. Even the way the whole season. I mean, I don't have my tinfoil hat on, but like. Do we really believe that, like, the way that season played out, the battles, the crashes, the driving over the top of people's heads at Monza in turn 1 between Hamilton and Verstappen, the race at, like, Interlagos, like, I mean, if that was real and it came down to that and, like, Hamilton not getting its title, there was some sort of tomfoolery went on there. I don't know what it was, but, like, what was the guy's name who said... Total, we went racing. What was that guy? He was the
Massey.
FIA guy. Michael Massey.
He probably got paid load for that.
That's what I think. I think he was a fall guy. I think he was the fall guy, and he was the face of it. And they said, "Look, you're going to be the most hated man in Formula One. Your career's going to be destroyed, but here's a few million to keep your mouth shut.
Yeah,
you got to make this call."
Yeah, but I was watching that live, and it was like. I'm a kind of a Hamilton fan, so it was one of the most depressing races I've ever watched. I've never like had proper emotion while watching a race, like especially in Formula One. It was like, how is this happening? Because like in the moment you were like, okay, so all these lap cars are going to lap him, and then something like Verstappen was going to be in like 6th, but for some reason like they just left a load of cars and then like it lapped everyone else just so Max Verstappen would be in 2nd.
They only let through the cars between Hamilton and Verstappen. They didn't let all the cars overtake. They only let the ones between Hamilton and Verstappen had only pitted on fresh softs, and Hamilton was on 40-lap-old hard tires. There was not a chance. I'm not a Hamilton fan, but that was not fucking effing fair. Sorry, swearing.
But the thing was, I think if they did it the right way, I think there was going to be like 5 cars in between Hamilton and Verstappen. So it was going to be a Hamilton win unless he put into the barrier, and maybe Max would have got like 3 or 4 of the cars in the one lap, because I think the cars ahead had like kind of worn tires. But he should have still won. Like, I don't know how they managed to only let the cars between Max and Hamilton. I don't know how they allowed that to happen. Like. That was really weird.
And Max won it, he won it 3 more times after that. So you've got 4 in total. So you got 21, 22, 23, 24.
Yeah.
25 was Lando Norris, which feels like, to me, and I like Lando Norris, but I actually felt that Verstappen proved himself as the best driver in the grid the year that he didn't win it. If that makes sense.
Yeah.
And because it was so obvious that with all like the drama in the first couple of races, what was that young fella called who had the seat and then got booted after 2 races? That was a joke.
For which team?
For Red Bull, young Lawson.
I think it was him.
And then Tsunoda got the poison chalice, and they didn't give him his seat back at Red Bull Juniors, so they sacked him off and he lost his job basically. But that whole thing, like, to see how good Verstappen was in a car that wasn't the best, to me, I really grew to like Max Verstappen last year, I have to be honest.
Yeah, but the one thing like that kind of sucks about motorsport in general, as much as you think someone is really good or the drivers are like out of this world,
Luck
it's not
has a lot
you
to do with
winning.
it.
It's just your team's winning it for you, really, isn't it? Especially for all of
Luck,
most of
luck has
Hamilton's
a
titles.
luck has a lot to do with it. Like even if you watch the previous Formula One race where they were was it Russell pit the lap before the safety car and Antonelli pit the lap after the safety car. You switch that
Yeah,
around, it would have been the other way around. So,
yeah.
and
Imagine if
then
you have
you,
a platform where it's like you have F1 style, but in Gran Turismo World Series, where everyone has, let's say, like I don't know how many teams, I can't remember. Is it yeah, there's 12 teams for like the Manufacturers Cup. Imagine that all the manufacturers get to build and design their own car, and then you find out, let's say,
Jack,
it's like
that's how it
Porsche.
used to be. That's how it
Yeah,
used to be. Early 90s, early 2000s. The cars used to be able to be built to their specifications. There was rules, but it was very, very broad rules. Very,
yeah,
very broad rules. And that's the difference now, because if you look at a Formula One race from 90s or 2000s, you will see that the cars, be able to tell what the cars look like from a distance. Nowadays,
yeah.
they all look the effing
No,
same.
yeah,
They all look the
yeah,
same.
yeah.
The rules are
But
so tight and so constrictive. You can't do anything.
but imagine it's like you have, let's say, me last year, and let's say I'm with McLaren, and let's say McLaren gets to build like the perfect, they get everything right. I'm probably going to win every single race because in Gran Turismo compared to F1, the skill is way closer because obviously you get to practice how many times a day, probably like 3 hours a day, 4 hours a day. So like there's no difference between me and the next guy, and it's basically like you're talking like 0.1% of a skill difference, and the rest is consistency. So
What you're talking about there, Dick, I'm sorry to interrupt you, is American racing. And
yeah,
that's the problem.
Like the
Everything is
IndyCar,
all the same. IndyCar and NASCAR, they're all built the exact same.
IndyCar, that's a drivers' championship, whereas they've
Yeah.
always said that F1 is a manufacturers' championship. You know, it's
Yeah.
about the manufacturer.
How could it be a manufacturer's cup when they're all the same cars?
Well, you make a valid point. Like, how can it be the manufacturers whenever how many cars are driving a Mercedes engine?
It's a 3 this year, I think.
Three teams,
so
so
like,
6 of the cars.
what is it? Manufacturer team. You know, so who's responsible here? Like, does Aston Martin have the Mercedes?
No, they have
No,
the Honda.
sorry.
The only team with the Honda.
Right, and that's right. There's the disaster this year.
Yeah.
And I'm talking about like, I just think this season's a complete write-off. To be honest, like I had Sky TV, and I paid a subscription to Now TV for like £32 a month, and I was like, oh, okay, I'll get the golf out of it, and I'll be able to watch the F1. See this season, I was like, I just cancelled it, and I was like, you know what? I'm totally comfortable, like, avoiding Twitter for like 15 minutes, because that's how quick they get the highlights on YouTube, and I'm happy to go and watch 12 minutes of highlights, and I'm like, yep, I see what went on. If someone has a conversation about happened in F1 today, I'll at least be able to be part of the conversation without having to give my whole afternoon to watching this, because I'm not interested. I'm just not interested enough.
Agreed. But I remember I was like looking at the first race and the highlights, and I'm like, this looks kind of fun to watch, but if I'm the driver, I'm ripping my hair out because it's the most unsatisfying and annoying thing to do.
Do you know why it's fun to watch? Is because they're going to sell it to Netflix.
Yeah, it's not even
It's
really
not
fun to
about the
watch.
race.
It just looks
It's not
it's
the racing.
confusing. It's just more about that, like there's position changes, which is somewhat, I guess,
Right,
kind of
but
catch
then
your attention.
we were right as we're in excuse me, Jesus Christ, Richie.
But
as
I
we're
like
in
cutting
Japan
race
for
that.
this replay now.
That would so
right?
get me so mad.
In the last
the whole
race,
time.
as you're coming into the final corner, if you use all your boost going into the final corner, you're going to get overtaken on the straight. That's worse than DRS. That's
But didn't
worse.
Landon Norris come out? Didn't Landon Norris not spill the beans and say that the drivers don't even have control over the deployment of this battery?
No, they don't.
Can't choose.
It's just
all
when you
done
put
automatically.
It's when you put your foot down
And how much you're going to use.
So there's no skill.
Yeah, exactly.
So you basically have to like try keep your car like on the track as much as possible without giving any sort of like mistakes. Because I
To
swear,
me,
if you
that makes Super Formula the premier open wheel championship now, because I mean the way they have the boost there, like that you can actually, which isn't boost as such, it opens up a valve to give more fuel or something along those lines, which gives you extra power for however long you have in a race. But at least you can pick and choose strategically when to use that.
No, it's done automatically.
Okay. But if you just had a way so like you would never run a battery with a sufficient amount of battery, so like I don't know what they're doing running the battery to like as fast speeds as you want. Because if you had like an electric car, let's say you put it on the highway or the motorway, and you put your foot down for as long as you can, you wouldn't make it like probably a quarter of the way to Dublin. You just run out probably, or even halfway. But if you drove like a normal speed, you're gonna get to wherever you need to go. So I don't know why they're trying to do that with Formula One cars when clearly electric at the moment is not made for distance at high speeds. Like
Formula One is supposed to be the pinnacle. Formula E is supposed to be the electric ones.
yeah.
I don't. Yeah, I don't like it.
Like
There's nobody growing up and doing karting right now, right? Who's like a 12-year-old.
All you need to do is have your dad be a millionaire. All you need to do is have your dad be a millionaire and he can buy a team for you.
Yeah, but like the thing with like Formula One is there's such a skill gap in a sense that like I think half the grid are kind of good, and there's a few drivers in there that are like just there because their father's in the sport as well.
Exactly.
Well, Mazepin was the worst example.
Yeah.
He couldn't even drive the thing.
I was looking
like,
at
he literally couldn't drive it. He couldn't drive the car. He couldn't handle
it. It's dumb.
I mean, did he even finish a race?
He had like did he crash out through the first races? I don't know.
Mick Schumacher was pretty bad as well. I think he's being kept around as well.
Yeah, but he's going to always live. He's going to live under his brothers. So you're always, if you have the Schumacher name, you're always going to live like that. So unfortunately.
Yeah. I mean, Ralph wasn't a bad driver.
He put it in the wall a fair few amount of times.
Yeah. You know, but he did. I think did he get a podium in his career?
I
don't know, but he wasn't terrible. But he was rough and ready. He was aggressive like his brother.
Yeah, but Michael Schumacher
Mick just didn't have anything.
Michael was able to be aggressive and make the corner.
Yeah.
Like, Tidgeny was. I've often seen him speaking in his videos, being like, "Oh, well, that was a bit of a lunge," but he made the corner. He made the apex. So you got to go for lunges. You got to go for stuff like that.
Yes, because Tidgeny's right. Michael, not all dive bombs are bad.
Exactly.
So if someone doesn't defend the corner and well,
you put the nose up the inside.
It comes down to how far away the braking zone is from the apex of the corner, like how far you can send it from. I mean, you can make a big send at Fuji, for example, in turn one. You might catch someone off guard, but as long as you can hold that apex, they might not have defended it from 2.5 tenths. But if you're able to get on those brakes and make that corner and do it clean, yeah, it was a send because of how far back you were.
But you made it. But you stopped it on the apex. You got into it. Yeah.
Yeah, Wind is very, very good in the brakes. He's very, very good at being able to get the car stopped.
I've been watching Calster recently, and Calster is really good on the brakes. Really good on the brakes. And really good, I've seen with upshifting and downshifting. He's not aggressive in any way, shape, or form. It's very...
he shocked me a lot. I was actually concerned for Calster because... 2 months. He had 2.5 months to learn how to.
Well, on his last stream from 2 or 3 days ago, he said he's 28 days into using the wheel and pedals, and he's not up to his proper speed, but he's getting there. This
is the thing. Like, it's even if he gets there, he's just going to be inconsistent, which sucks. Even if he can match the pace, he'll never be able to do it at a comfortable rate. Especially when what they're going to do now is when he gets there, he's going to be in a completely different setup, and it's going to mess it all up again.
You were telling me that when you were at the other event, like the TV was a bit further away than you.
Yeah, it's kind of
it doesn't make you're not comfortable.
Like, it's just one of those things where, you know, when you turn up to an event about racing, and you kind of want to be practicing while you're there because that's why you're there. And when you're not there practicing, it is a little bit of a. It feels like it's more just of a nice, cool event, and you made it from the qualifying rather than you actually wanting to win the event.
So it's more like the holiday excursion.
Yeah, it's obviously you're going to want to do well and stuff, but they don't give you the chance or make it look like it's one of those things that you're just there for the event and compete. It kind of seems like it's more of a. It's great that you qualified and you want to do good, but it's also just as much as the experience than actually winning or doing well at all.
I get what you mean. I get exactly what you mean.
So how much time did you get to actually practice on a rig? How much before you raced?
30 minutes.
And what's the difference between the one in Berlin and the one in Japan?
It was about the same. It was 20, 30
Oh, was
minutes.
it? Okay.
Yeah, but like 20, 30 minutes in a completely new setup is like, that's not time at all. Like my practice.
I do as much warm for a daily race, see?
Yeah, if I'm doing, let's say, a practice session or warming up for
but
a new
then
daily,
and then you get into your rig and you get comfortable after the 30 minutes. If you're not in your rig, your height, the TV, not your same setup, it's completely different. It's going to take you more than 30 minutes.
Yeah. Like, I was thrown in, like, to the Nürburgring, and I was, like, trying to figure out, I guess before I was going, like, what's the setup, how it's going to feel like. But anyways, I think, like, I turned up, and 15, 20 minutes into the 30-minute practice you get before the qualifying of the race, I was still putting it into the wall because I just couldn't figure it out because it was completely different with the footing, the height of the steering wheel, this TV. So I was like 2-3 seconds off the pace just because I wasn't comfortable at all with what I was doing.
Cameron in chat said some guy called Flash sent me here. And Simon is saying good night.
Well, I'll tell you who Cameron is.
Good night, Simon. Good night, Simon. See you later. Bye. Thanks for joining us.
The artist formerly known as Thunders.
I know that name.
Yeah, very, very, very fast driver. Not been around for a little while, but great to see you, Cameron. Hope you're doing well. We were just, as I said, just had a bit of a waffle here. A few Irish fellas from all over the different parts of the island. Just waffling about Gran Turismo and Formula 1 and all
and Interstellar. Don't forget about Interstellar.
Interstellar.
I love like competitive racing and stuff. So it's like when you qualify for the World Tour, it's kind of one of those things where you want to do well. So it's like say I don't know, you're there for 4 days. I think you might be there for like 2, maybe 3 days before the actual race is going to go ahead. So it's one of those things where I was always be like, why can't I just practice for an hour every day till the event instead of like just being in my room, taking tours of the city? Like, it's great to do that, but I was like, it's going to make you stressed if you're not practicing or spending a few days off it.
You want to get comfortable.
Yeah.
What? So in grand finals in Japan, I forget now because I didn't really have a lot of interest in it in the end.
Yeah.
What was the grand finals? Was it Spa?
No, it was the Yas Marina.
Can I see? Can I get that replay up? How can I find that replay?
I think it's probably if you go into the main lobby.
Copy. You tell me where to go. Contest search.
I think I was wrong actually for the final.
So what was the three? So they did 3 races. Like you all got a race each, and then you all raced in the finals. Is that the way it worked?
So there was 3 races. There's 4 races. There's 3 sub races, and then there was one final.
What was the 3 sub races? There was one that was the oval.
One
and
Daytona.
Then they had...
Second, it was Sardinia A. I think that's the one I did. And then the last one was.
What was one that was wet and had big crash outs?
Autopolis in the wet.
Yes, and that was a bomb site.
Yeah.
It was an absolute bomb site.
So yeah, I think in Japan actually, did I get like 40 minutes to an hour because I had 2 races to practice.
Can you see my screen?
So that's fine.
Yeah.
Can you see my screen? Where am I going?
Hold on. Yeah, it's the one at the top. Yeah. Which one do you want to watch?
Tell me. You tell me.
What one did you do? Did you do put on Sardinia?
Sorry, I did the 3rd one.
Oh, you got screwed over in this race, didn't you?
I got punted off twice.
Yes.
we
I remember
watching
getting
this?
really pissed off.
Yeah, I watched the whole thing.
Copy.
I got really angry about this one because you actually managed to get up. You made a few positions, didn't you? And got like in the points. Was it top? No, they changed the points this year. It wasn't top 6. It was like top 10, was it?
Manufacturers Cup
top
then here for the Gran Turismo
get,
World Finals, and here is how
like
the grid lines up. Top 3 places occupied by the top 3 teams in the standings.
But yeah, it is just one of those things where like
in this one. They
people get really desperate, and I just couldn't understand it. So I'm just trying to race like I normally race, be clean. I was being clean, try to be as clean as possible.
Stop talking for a second. Because this is coming across you.
Place. 4th position, Mikołaj Sejak in the Nissan.
I can't skip it.
Here today with the McLaren's Jay Murphy in 5th position. Lexus and Giorgio Mangano lining up P6 on the grid, and then Ferrari's Jun Hashida is in 7th
we
place.
can talk, we can hear us.
Is Lamborghini
on the stream, this is coming through with Jimmy Broadband and Valerio. Wait until the end of it, and then
10th
you
place,
can start
Mercedes AMG and Noah Lanuza, the Frenchman. He was unlucky
and
in
then
LA.
you tell me what you need
up
to
on the
do.
deck at
I'll
one
put
point.
you on
Angelo
board.
Carrazza lines up P11, and BMW Seiya Suzuki is in 12th
ready?
position on the grid.
Yeah,
So medium tyres then, 7 laps here at this Sardinia circuit.
effects.
Jimmy, how do you see this one playing out?
Sound effects only. Okay, good. Go. Where's Deck? I can't move you yet.
So Dex,
Switch to
you're
manual
in 5th. You're in 5th. How was your driving position? Was this results from the previous race?
Yeah, so it's where we got in the second race. It was in the West.
Can I ask Deck how he improved to be World Tour driver level from Cameron?
How'd I improve?
Can I ask Deck how he improved? Yes, sir. So much.
Oh, you just have to throw an arm and a leg. You gotta throw everything out, to be honest.
Sell a kidney. Sell a kidney.
Deck, you know thunders, don't you?
You just have to pretty much just go every day.
That's what that is. That's
French.
Cameron is distinct thunders.
Was he French?
No, he's from the UK.
Was he UK?
Very good driver.
But what I did was I just play all the time as much as I can. Especially I started getting really good at like in school because I wasn't allowed to play on weekdays during school time. And like since I started in 2009, since I had quite a long time this kind of experience with racing. So it's like once I got out of school I could actually play every day. Just the pace just started coming up really quickly. And then if you just focus on the right things as well, but like sometimes if you're doing the stuff that you really like doing when playing because you want to play, or then you're not playing because you don't want to play. Just if you're not playing because you don't want to play, you're not going to really make it. For me, it was always like, oh, this is a terrible race. I don't like doing it. I'd still do it anyways because if you're just not going to do it, you're just going to struggle. You're not going to improve or I guess get as much pace as you need.
Oh, the axis is right on you there.
Yeah. I mean,
He's going to send it, is it? I'll send it. Oh my goodness. You did get stopped behind you. Who was in the Lexus? Who was,
It's not giving me driver names because it's manufacturer's names.
No, definitely.
It's Italian.
Mangano?
Yeah.
Mangano. Giorgio Mangano.
As well. I started slow, but it was fine. This was one of the races that I was actually quite quick at.
7 lap race. I mean, this Sardinia A is made for 20 laps to be hard time points.
Yeah.
That's what it needs to be. And then they're having this as a daily race B. 7 laps. Good.
Cameron is saying I think that's true. Personally, I don't think I ever played quite enough consistently. And Peter from Poland is saying proper replay, amigo. Cheers from Poland. He's on holidays. Peter from Poland is in Poland. Have a good one, Peter.
Yeah. FM. Hey, Peter.
FM 78 is Peter.
Mercedes got it all there.
I think I got where I kind of was as well, with just like desperation. It's just one of those things where you set out to do something, have a task, and just really go at it until you get it.
You were practicing every morning, weren't you? You were like before work.
Yeah, every morning. Like I'd get up with how would I say, like a serious just drive to get on and improve. Because that would really bother me if I'd ever like have a bad morning where I couldn't get on because I didn't set up my alarm by mistake. That would just bother me for the whole day. So I'm not practicing all the time and not happy with it.
Oh, that's a cheeky one from me there, but we got it back.
See it?
A little bit, we gave him a little bit of love there on the exit. Oops.
See, this is the tricky. This is the tricky.
He wouldn't have liked that.
This is the corner I don't like because it's really hard, and I had like a twitch on that as well. But yeah, a little bit wide.
What was the slipstream like in terms of strength versus daily races?
I think it's real on this.
It's actually weaker than what we have at daily races.
I think so. What's the daily races now? I haven't done a daily race.
It's called custom.
Oh.
A custom slip, and
Is it stronger or weaker?
it's far too strong. It's far too strong. I mean, you're getting slipstream from like 1.8 back, 1.8 seconds. And then the strength is in like
weak is normal. Weak is about normal.
Weak is strong and strong is weak.
I think
So that's Moon Mood then in P4.
I don't think so.
It is. Yeah, he was in Nissan.
Oh, he got punted. I actually remember this.
Yeah, that's right. He got wrecked as well. I remember that. There were so many things pissed me off, pardon my language, about this whole championship, and then it annoyed me again in January. I got annoyed even more because it was even worse. It was just a disaster, really. December through to January and February in this game annoyed me so badly I didn't even play the game for like 3 months. That's how bad it was, and this used to be the pinnacle. I loved watching like the World Series or FA World Championship. I loved the pinnacle of the game, and it was just embarrassing. It was like, there wasn't any individual driver, it's the circumstances you've been given. Of course you're going to be sketchy if you're only getting like 30 minutes, because they'd rather go and take photographs off you at some football stadium and go, oh look, here's our GP World Series drivers in their t-shirts standing outside this landmark. Like, who cares? Let them practice so you can give the best display of their skill that they've worked all year for, you know. The one race that you want to do really well in, the one that's actually broadcast, is you're practicing for like 5, 6, 7 hours for a race in the actual qualifiers, and then it comes to the thing you get 30 minutes and a start you haven't even used. It's a joke.
It does feel like you're wasting your time in some of the practice you do, because it just feels like once you get in the ring, just your consistency is down so much.
Yeah. I imagine like those TVs are like, what, 50-inch TVs? They're like really close to your face.
Yeah, what I did was I bought a monitor stand, and my TV's like 42 inches. So I've kind of just replicated what they have, just because I wanted to be competitive. So I went out my way to spend money on that. And it seemed to work a little bit for this event. But for Germany it was really bad, because I was just like, this is way too difficult.
You said that to me when we were talking. You said it was so difficult. I don't feel comfortable in where I am because this is not my setup. This is not where I'm used to racing. You said that to me when we were
Oh, you got mugged there, didn't you?
Yeah, a little bit of a tap. But I don't think that would be intentional. I think that would be just blindside. It's really close. Some people use the, I use the bonnet cam. You use the bumper cam. I don't know how you can see it. I don't really understand.
No, I've never. Especially, where there's elevations and depressions, like going over, like turn 2 at Road Atlanta in bumper cam. You can't even see the corner in turn 2 in Road Atlanta. The best of times, but bumper cam is a joke. And also going through following somebody in Dragon Trail Seaside, going for death again. Can't see anything.
Well, I'll tell you what's OP. If you use the bonnet cam, for a lot of people use bumper cam for like all the tracks, but if you use bonnet cam, especially Yas Marina, they have the white line track limits. If you're on the bumper cam, you can't see the white line or where your car is. That's why I love like the bonnet cam, because you can see exactly where your car is.
That was Junior getting punted there, wasn't it?
He just got kind of tracked out. so much good things going on.
Yeah, is that Pocketman? I think it was. Well, I think it's a
I don't think anything happened.
Was given.
Do you know the big issue with the Jasperina final was? Half the drivers were getting penalties and half weren't, because the people officiating the penalties couldn't catch up with all the drivers cheating.
There's so much of it.
Yeah, because what they didn't have to what they have now is once you go over the white line, you get a penalty. But for the race, they couldn't organise that in time, so they were doing the white line. But at the same time, they didn't have a penalty on for it because it was too short nose, I'm not sure. Or maybe they couldn't enforce it in time. So they were manually just having people look at everyone drive. But obviously, you're looking at the camera and you can't see every driver once you're corner at the same time. So half of the drivers were just cutting. And then
that was a world championship final. Like that was great.
I like cut a corner, but like I'd say.
I think the right team won. I think Porsche the right were winners.
Oh yeah,
but,
yeah.
I mean, you know, the car was OP. Let's be honest.
I was on my final warning after like the first lap, so I was by chance they were looking at my car, and I made like I went over the line like twice, but it was so minimal it was actually bothering me. It was like, that's so unfair when I've seen worse.
Yeah, it's not consistent.
So nothing crazy yet. I think it kind of kicks off more like towards these last few laps. For my. But I would say like.
Off the Ford. Who's driving the Subaru for this one? I imagine
we're on board Lexus. We're on board Lexus.
Yeah. Subaru and P2. Imagine Dino Solis was done for the reviewable.
Subaru could have been Miyazono, I don't know.
Rapid.
Yeah. I remember the Honda.
It's crazy this year, right? This is shows you how bad the game is right now. Honda doesn't qualify, but we want to see a fictional Beetle on the grid. Like, what the hell is going on?
I think the most annoying thing.
And that's no discrediting to Mehdi Hafidi and the guys in Danny who did a great job with it. It was a pretty good car this year, but it just doesn't look great, like, does it?
I think one of the most annoying things with Japan, like to skip the part that like all my like flight and baggage issues, it was pretty much at the very end where they were announcing the next round one. They were like, okay, we're not going to give you any information. We're just going to say in 3 weeks' time we'll do the qualifying again, and then we're going to go straight into Saudi Arabia. But like, imagine just like hearing that. Like, you think about having 2-3 months off. You're having 2-3 months off a break. You're all getting prepared for Christmas.
Where are you going?
Then I didn't get
Where are you going?
I didn't get a Christmas. What are you doing? Like
Saudi Arabia.
I know.
Let's get this
done in 3 months. You know what that was,
okay, thank you. Thank you very much.
I also have to change
and
my
now
car.
they're going to hire a load of new people for GTA.
Well, Gran Turismo was shortlisted to be part of the World Esports Championship in Saudi Arabia, and there was one. I was told about this.
But they're going to take the money. They're going to take the money every single time.
They wouldn't take the money. That's the thing. Is that PD were such
not Sony. Not Sony. PD will take it. Not Sony. This is a separate deal between PD and Saudi Arabia.
Sony would take the money. PD
they didn't go through Sony.
Total control.
Why would you go through Sony?
PD didn't take the deal. They didn't take the deal, and they were offered a deal. It was going to be teams-based, so it was a teams-based championship, which is why they had a teams event for the first time ever with VQS and all those guys in there doing all these different teams.
Wait, hang on. So this is news to me. So
I know, because nobody else knew this. I knew this back in August. That's the reason that GT Pulpy was built around a teams championship, because the whole of Gran Turismo Esports was being driven towards teams championships, because this was all insider knowledge behind the scenes that Gran Turismo was going to be part of the World Esports Championships in Saudi, which is why the GT World Series was brought forward to allow that gap to take place for the drivers, and then it didn't happen, and Trackmania got the final spot because PD pissed around so much and didn't do the deal. So that's why you have the GT World Series in the shape that it's in now.
I did not know that.
No one knows it, but I'm just spilling the beans because I don't give a shit, pardon my language.
We're on a live stream, Flash, you know that, right?
I don't care, I'm not loyal to anyone anymore.
I did not know that at all.
No one knows it. That's the truth.
Wow.
So explain it again. So how does that affect everyone in a bad way?
Well, not in a bad way, but the reason that the times and dates were changed for the GT World Series is because they wanted to have that gap availability for the drivers to be able to take part in a team's World Championship. And I think Super GT commentated it last year. In Saudi, that was the World Esports Championship, and they had like 20 different games or whatever it was, like Tekken and Call of Duty and all these main titles, like, you know, poster titles. And Gran Turismo for 2026 was in negotiations all last year to be one of the titles at this World Esports Championship. So it was going to have its own commentators. It was going to have, you know, an actual teams event, but it wasn't going to be like nations or manufacturers. It was going to be esports teams. Hence why why do you think last year Falcon came around? Falcon came around and recruited the best drivers in the world, paid them good salaries, and got a Saudi driver, Knife, on the team with Jose Serrano and Polera, paid them a sweet fortune. Why? Because they were aware, Falcon being a Saudi-based esports team, were aware that Gran Turismo was supposed to be part of the World Esports Championships this year.
And that was they got beaten by Trackmania.
That was a team. Yeah, that was a team that they were going to put forward. Falcon were going to put forward into this 2026 Esports World Championships.
Yeah, they just blew it out of money then.
And then Trackmania got the slot. So they got a driving game. They got Trackmania and didn't get Gran Turismo.
Surely they're in a load of crap at money.
Who that fell on? I don't know who that falls on. But there was a deal to be done that didn't get done.
The amount of money they're going to lose on that as well.
Yeah.
Dude, money is no option to them. Nothing.
Well, who knows?
No, but I mean the teams that are paying drivers.
Yeah, but
is the event even going to go forward now?
Where's the teams coming from? And exactly, where is the event going to go forward? Because there's so much stuff that's cancelled.
Yeah.
Around that region now. From months.
Yeah. But the war was not necessarily with that. It was different, I think, at a different time.
So I'm going to just search this now on Grok.
But yeah.
When is
This should definitely be a podcast.
World Esports
I'm down to do that.
2026.
We get better microphones and we set up properly. We can put actual stuff behind us.
Yeah.
I get some
the largest and most prominent World Esports is scheduled for 6th of July to August 23rd in Riyadh. It features a massive 75 million prize pool across 25 tournaments and 24 games. League of Legends, Dota 2, CS2, Mobile Legends, and more. And Gran Turismo was meant to be one of the games.
But how big do you think that prize pool
would have been? That would have changed Gran Turismo esports and actually made it viable.
Right,
how much do you think you would have got paid?
I agree, but I think that is a deal done between PD and
if there's 24,
I don't think Sony has anything to do with it. And that could,
if there's 25 tournaments and 75 million, that's 3 million per tournament. So you're going to be talking about a $3 million prize pool for Gran Turismo.
Input into your company, exactly.
And you don't think
that's
they would
not
have...
the company, that's the drivers and teams. So you're talking about maybe $1 million for the first prize. You know? You could be having top 5, $1 million, $500,000, 250, 200, 150, 100. You can have a $3 million prize pool. So we'll find out. We'll find out in July what Trackmania top 5 drivers or teams are going to get paid. And that could have been the Gran Turismo drivers. That could have been your guys who you're watching in the top split daily races now, going out, VQS, all these different teams.
Post it into the
OP
DTR
Racing.
Discord. Any information you have, Flash, post it into the Discord. Show us.
Yeah. I'd love to get a spreadsheet of this.
Just go search the Esports World Cup 2026.
I'm going to start this replay again.
Yeah. But let's say, like...
So Deck is currently P5.
How do you think that would have worked out with the drivers?
We have two to go.
If you're in a team...
I don't know any of the granular detail. I just know that was an opportunity missed.
But imagine, like, let's say you win, your team wins, the mini does from first. I wonder how they would have broken that down with bonuses instead of just...
Contract would have been in there. The contract would have been in there, because when you get to that stage, you're on the contract. Oh, holy shit!
Oh, who tracked you out there? Was that Lexus again?
Lexus.
Yeah, no, this one was actually bad though.
It was a little bit of payback there.
Yeah, but he was pretty much on the end. The first time for me, there was a little bit
that was worse than yours, in fairness. You were at least half a car length ahead of him.
Yeah, but there was space on the other
side by side.
Yeah, but there was still space on the track when I went past as well. There was a little bit. He was literally on the ground. There's no space. So I at least he had some space. But when the first time happened, when I tapped him and he kind of went wide, that was just unfortunate the way both the cars were positioned. If he was slightly wider, there wouldn't have been any contact and he would have still made it on. That time there was no chance. This one, I would say, would probably be a different. But then I don't think they got. I think he got a penalty. He did. I think he got a half second. Or was it one? When it was true. But there was a worse one where he got nothing. I want to see this again.
Live point right. So McLaren was actually in 5th position going to this championship.
What do you mean? I think at the start of the
top right hand corner says live.
So top right says you're in 5th. So your points was in 5th.
Oh. Yeah.
You were actually within, even at this stage, within striking distance if you've had a couple of good races. And there was your double points at the end, wasn't there?
Yeah.
You could have got a podium. You could have got on the podium.
Yeah. But just think, it seemed like whenever I went on track, it just never went right until the final race. I was actually okay for me. But I feel like the first two were abysmal. When it came to luck and just unfortunate driving. Abysmal when it comes to the driving standards.
Yeah.
You might as well just skip on. If you skip on like 30 seconds, you've watched some abysmal type of
Oh god, what was that? What was that? Who was driving that? Wasn't Nono, was it?
Yeah, it was.
It's gotta be. Was it Nono?
Yeah.
Well, at least he's all got through like a switcheroo, but I mean that's
just go to
more like a Benelli move.
Oh, I love Benelli moves are ridiculous. Off the track as well. But he didn't get a penalty for that, which was really bizarre. Like I could have went up and strangled the officials, but like obviously it's nice. There's no money in the line or nothing. It's just purely.
Jack will do very well. Jack will do well in this race.
Jack will do very well.
He was, when I looked at Nations Cup this year, and they had the GP3, he only had one ride in GP3, and everyone was in the same car, in the Porsche essentially. He was head and shoulders above everybody.
He's not even a car like that. He just literally launched that.
Yeah.
There's a little bit of space there. But he's just...
He usually is abroad.
He's just not alongside though either. I'm trying to give some space, but he's not even like near the corner.
It's just a bomb site. It's like watching like really, really talented Healy race A. Like really fast, but like just...
Definitely. You got bubbles. There, right there. And it got pushed into you.
Is that lag? Because I don't really see much bubble.
Yeah, going towards the corner. No, excuse me. Excuse me. Okay.
But this is the annoying thing was he beat me on the line. That's the thing that really pissed me off.
Oh, is this the last lap, is it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh. So it actually held it on their side.
I think I'm pretty sure I can start again.
Yeah, you're definitely ahead.
I don't know what's wrong with the game. I don't know.
You were still ahead, I'm sure, but maybe not.
See, there's obviously net coding and some weird stuff. Yeah, see, that's what they want you to know.
You can't press pause?
No, that's as far as I can go. How close am I to the line?
Well, he is.
I can't change
he's
camera.
ahead.
I can't change camera.
It's probably because I just don't want to scrutinize or any of that. See, it could be this weird hitbox as well.
I can't get to that. There's no way I can get to that.
I'm still ahead. It says I'm still ahead.
Yeah. Like it looks like you're
No,
still
you're
ahead.
not. On my screen, you're not. The Mercedes is 7, you're 8, and the Nissan is 9.
Oh yeah, I know, but the car widths and the lens show I'm still ahead. The numbers say different, but it still shows my car's ahead.
What's the rule? Is it the first part of the bumper going over the line, or is it wheels? Is it not the first part of your car to touch the checkered line? But I mean, it looks to me like you're ahead there.
I'm too far away. I think he has it. I do. I think the Mercedes has it.
It's close.
It's weird though. The positions of the rear wings are different, which shows you off as well.
I can't change cameras or I can't do anything.
Yeah.
So what was the other one?
The final. The grand final.
Down,
Manufacturer's grand final. Down. There.
This one?
Yeah. No, but this was the worst one. But it's the one that I drove the best. I made 2 overtakes in this, which was great.
Oh, overall.
I don't like this track for racing.
I do like it. Overall deck. What was GTWS? From the build-up to the event to 2 weeks after. What was it like?
It's an experience anyways.
You're going to take some time, take a break, take a thought, because I think these effers are going to talk over me again before I get to the replay.
Yeah. Oh no, I think
it's not.
You probably had it muted already, so.
Now it's muted. Yeah, okay, go for it.
No, it is just one of those things where like you put in so much effort. It's so weird because you do 6 races qualifying, but you only do 2 races in the series. So it feels more like an exhibition thing than anything.
That's basically what it is. It's just using yourselves as like you're basically just hired promotion for a marketing event.
Yeah.
That's essentially all you are, with all due respect, not to disrespect the drivers and the talent, but that's how you're being utilised as a way to put an event around a marketing budget to make announcements around and sell sponsorship deals.
Yeah. Like I like the people involved. I like the idea. I like going the touring part. That's fun. But it just feels like it seems like it's more about the hype and the event than actually prepping your drivers and actually enjoying the racing and trying to get the right results and make the drivers satisfied. It's weird though, because it's kind of hard to critique because there's probably no real reward other than the trophy on the line. It is a bit weird. Like I'm not saying that like everyone deserves like a ridiculous amount of money, but it's just I don't know. It's just a bit of a sour taste.
Some initiative would be good. Definitely.
Yeah, but we were always asking for stuff.
But then that'll also involve the teams. And then when you get to team competition, and with DTR, because we love you, go up against any of them teams that have thousands of euros to throw into a budget. Where are we at? That's.
I'm just gonna have to build it up.
Dude, I appreciate your confidence, but I'm sorry. We will never have the marketing budget.
Yeah, that's true. But it was like,
who's Jack signed to? He's signed to an official team, is he not?
BSCom.
You don't tell us. BSCom. They pay him, as far as I know.
Yeah.
Right?
The big teams will pay something.
So talk us through deck. What are you thinking?
I've got a load of like team offers, but I always just say no because I'm like, why would I go try really hard just for potentially a trophy? Like the thing for me is
dude, I understand that 1,000%. I understand that.
But a lot of people.
There's no initiative.
This is not professional esports.
Exactly.
This is not a professional esports.
Dude, they're getting paid thousands to play Minecraft.
Yeah.
Thousands!
Yeah, but the thing is, I think
if Dick wanted to leave DTR and be like, well, I have this agreement with these people. Best of luck, man. I'll be following you all the way.
Yeah. But I think me and Joe were talking about this on the Portuguese driver. Me and him, I think, have full-time jobs. So it's like a lot of these people in like college are they just don't have full-time jobs as well. So
the only thing they do is college and Gran Turismo.
Well, this is an interesting and controversial topic. Where
go for it.
The reality is that there's a disproportionate number of unemployed people who are very, very good at this game, right? It's not like it's mongrel exactly, and that's what's called an outlier or an exception to the rule. And people, that is what is the role models that we should be aspiring to. Is Mikhail Hazal, Kai de Bruin, doing their university, doing his masters in engineering, and the likes of the story of what Thomas did to get his doctorate. But unfortunately, on the flip side of that, there's people who've given up everything. Very, very prominent drivers, and they've given up everything. They've given up everything to be good at this game that gives them nothing in return. It's not like anyone's making bank. They're not mongrel or clicks from Fortnite. They're not making hundreds of thousands per event. They're not making anything. They're probably getting a free t-shirt if they're lucky from the team that they're on that has a few letters on it. And a livery, a car livery, and then there's no job. So that's unfortunately how it is. And do you want that? Do you want that? If you're willing to trade your entire youth and time for a free holiday, it's probably worth about $5 or $6 grand. And you're a young person, sure, do it. But like at the same time, you want to. Your flights are going to cost you, and your hotels are going to be a few grand. You're going to get to see some experiences over that weekend that you don't have a live experience. And it's a good experience to go and say you've done it, but you're not getting compensated. And you're probably signing over your likeness rights in perpetuity to a big company like Sony that they can use your name and likeness rights for good, which should be for multiple tens of thousands of dollars for yourselves to put into the game. But they've packaged it to the drivers in such a way that what a privilege for you to be in our game, when the reality is, no, the privilege is that you're able to use my name, show me the money. But no, that's not what happens, because collective bargaining doesn't. If I was running Gran Turismo, you'd all be getting paid. I'd look after all of you, you would all be getting paid money, and I'd negotiate on your behalf to make sure you are getting paid appropriately, a proportionate amount of what those events and what the game brings in, going to yourself. Even if you were paid 1% of game revenue, and that was 1% covered the entire game's life cycle, of total revenues above the line. You're talking $70 per game on average, selling 10 million copies. That's $700 million gross profit. 1% of that is what 1% is like 7 million. Can you imagine 7 million in prize money over what, 5 years? Even over a 7-year game? That's $1 million a year. That's pretty good. That's just dedicating 1% of the revenues to the actual drivers. But you're not going to see that. You're not going to see that at all.
The one thing that I felt that was quite stinging, especially in the qualifying that I failed to offer this year for the 2 events, was when the time zones are different in this country. The first laps are at 5 p.m. and I have an issue with this because it's always half of them are on weekdays and half of them are on weekends. I had to take work off half day for every single one of those weekdays.
Yes, it's like you're not finishing until 5.
Yeah, so the thing was, I could either start from slot 2 and guarantee not qualifying, because the slot 1 is always the most important to get more points.
Yeah.
But as well as it's about, because you have work in the center of everything, you have to either practice at like 6, 7 a.m. or like 10, 11 at night. And they're like the most like non-optimal times you can train, because you're going to be tired either side of that.
You don't want to be in New Zealand trying to qualify.
Yeah.
They're racing at 2 o'clock in the morning.
Yeah.
Because their time zone is based around Japan, made it good for Japan. So if you've worked the next day, right, and I don't know what time Twitchy was racing at. Twitchy obviously qualified in nations, but like if you're trying to qualify I think nations is like an oceanic, but like manufacturers in Asia oceanic, you join them together. So it was all based around Japan. The mixture of Japan is the majority of the players. That's obviously Malaysia, Ghana, but the majority is Japan and a couple of top split drivers. So like if you screw up slot 1 and you want to do slot 2, you've an hour and a half to wait, and you've got work the next day, and you're going to be doing an esports race at 3 o'clock in the morning. Like that's insane.
After work, or let's say, I don't know if you want a half day, come back, you're still like wrecked. It's not as if you're going to get a full amount of sleep, like the perfect practice, the perfect time to start getting ready. It's one of those things, because when I was supposed to be is obviously, I think they started the year before, in March and April, the year I did qualify. But that's when the time zones go back to when it's more favourable, so I don't have to take what time off work. I can maybe get on at a more comfortable time. But as well as you're fresh off, like giving like everything you can, training every day, just to say like, okay, in 3 weeks' time we're going to come back and do it again, and like everyone's going to be happy, but no one's not really happy, because when you at the end of it, you look at it, I think only 4 people retained their manufacturer spot, which is a bit crazy. Like
4 people this year.
I think it was only 4 or 5, and I think it was at 7 or 8 are brand new people. Just because they were waiting.
The lack of off season was a joke. Like you have to mentally and physically recharge to peak. There's a thing, and you know all about training and macro and micro programs and peaking for certain events and like building yourself up. You need that off season. You need that off season to decompress from what you've been through. Because you've just tried to peak for December. You can't ask you to like be sharp again. I think I will say this, I think a large part of that, I don't think Thomas Laboudle gave the best account of himself, not said in a sporting context. I don't think he was at his best in the season because of how draining it was for him and that was quite a draining, emotional, mentally challenging championship for him, right?
Yeah.
And then he's had to get he's only been given 3-4 weeks to get right, we need you back in the seat competing. And by the way, just to make you aware, Thomas, between you and the other driver for BMW, you aren't just going to have to beat the best in that car and be the best in the region, but the best in the region will be the best in the world, because the best driver in the world was the best driver in EMEA. So that battle between him and Moreno, that could be for a world title. you know.
Yeah.
That's how close it was. Not taking anything away from Sam, but I just think it was unfair for Thomas.
Yeah.
But I'll always call it how I see it. I think it was unfair, not just to Thomas, but to the others as well, who maybe, you know, didn't have the challenge of someone like a San Marino who came off that. I said it in December whenever the exhibition season. I was like, he's driving like a world champion here. Like, say what you want about what happened in 2025, he's driving like a world champion, and he's going to be. And when I heard the rumors and I was told in the back part of last year that he was going to be on W, I was like, this is not a foregone conclusion. This is going to be interesting. I don't know how much it impacted, but I can say for certain that I think I'll be comfortable and confident to say that there's just no way that any driver who came out of that world championship, the travel, the stress, the burnout, the full year of, and he was doing nations and manufacturers, so you had 2 events to practice for, and then they'd be given 3 weeks to get yourself ready and prepped and get the head right again. I just don't think it was the best Thomas Laboudale that we've seen in the past.
Like you're like Jack and you're like Moreno in the background. You're like licking your lips because like you're like seeing this unfold, and like this is the kind of place where you need to take advantage of what's happening. Like there's a great chance where you're ready to go, and then everyone else is coming off looking like they're about to collapse. Like
yeah, I spoke to Zhao a couple of days ago actually.
Yeah,
I was having a chat with him, and I was like, you know, I was just talking to him about bits and pieces, and like I was like, nah, everything pissed me off. I was going to throw Gran Turismo in the bin, you know. I was just done with it because of how the whole season went. I was done with it. I was over it. Couldn't be bothered. Had a 3-hour conversation with Garnata after the GT World Series, and got on to a call and was like, I'm not investing my time into prepping to call races for people I don't respect. That's it.
Yeah.
I'm not putting the effort in. This is a volunteer job. You know, 6 to 8 hours per event I'm putting in of prep time to learn the track, learn the combos, run the combos, learn the strategy, to try and help elevate it into some sort of a position to contribute to giving an esports platform to these drivers who they weren't even promoting the events themselves. They weren't even promoting on Twitter. I was like, I'm just not doing it. So I was talking about that, and he was like, yeah, I didn't even bother this year. He says, like, 3 weeks we were given. Like, I got back, and I've got to get back to work. I got to earn money, you know. So he didn't even. I don't think he even entered. Maybe.
No, he didn't.
One
so
race.
he didn't. Valerio didn't. Probably from exhaustion / work issues. I don't know exactly, because I know. What's his name? Zhao. Yeah, Zhao he works full time in the gym, so he is a full time.
Yeah, he's a PT.
Yeah. So like you're expecting someone to go home and then like leave home again straight away, just to like spend all your time in the room just practicing. Like, and he's a girlfriend as well.
I don't think that other people realise. Like I hear some nonsense about, oh, these drivers are sweats. These are sweats. What they don't understand is that like for me, whenever I did like GT World Series for about 5 years, 21, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Yeah, I had 5 years of GT World Series and FIA. And what people don't realise is like you might play the game. The average working man might get a couple of hours a week, right? To do a couple of daily races, maybe a couple of races the weekend. There's a lot of shit going on. You've got your, pardon me, like you've got your life to live. You've got your personal life. You've got private life. You've got family. You've got good responsibilities. But when GT World Series comes around, you're like, right, I'm going to tell people I'm making a few exceptions. I'm going to play the game 8 to 10 hours a week, right? And this is my 6-week period of the year where I'm going to play that. Now, if he's already said, because he's self-employed as a PT, I'm not speaking about his business, I don't know the business, but I'm just trying to empathize here, right? If this is a working man, and he's not living at home with his parents in the bedroom, and he's got responsibilities, and he's not getting annual leave because if he takes time off work, he's not getting paid, and maybe he's taking periods and weeks off here and there to accommodate for Christmas and travel and GT World Series, and there's been a big gap of a few weeks in December in his work, and he's coming back to January as a PT, and that's the period where every fat person says, I'm going to get thin like myself, right? New year, new me, let's get thin. So that's probably like peak time for a PT. So he's like, look, that man, what if it was April? Then yeah, you give me like a 3-month buffer. I get my life together again. I can I can have a go at this. But there's no like January, no way. Like, so it just seemed a bit underwhelming. The whole championship just seemed a bit underwhelming, a bit rushed. But some very, very good performances. You know, standouts were obviously Jack. I think it was good to see Max Kroll. He deserved to be there. I think Moreno was the rightful winner of that competition for BMW. I think he was the better driver in that competition. But I don't know that Thomas was at his absolute best, you know. But we'll never know that. We'll never know that.
Well, I tell you about the worst of it though. So you have, okay, so I'm going to talk about my fellow suffer. This isn't the worst part, but since I was looking at all the cars for the manufacturer, because they're like, okay, so in like 3-4 weeks time, you're going to go in and you're going to go qualify again. So now it's your time to pick your car. I'm looking at my car that I've just chosen, and I've looked at all the nerfs it's got. So I'm like, I can't go with this again because it's not going to qualify.
Old McLaren?
Yeah, so I had to go with Toyota because it's like, okay, I've driven that a few times before and I like that car. And then, okay, yeah, so that's not ideal. So you're learning a brand new car for 3 weeks time, and that's not good. But the worst part about it is, okay, so Kai did the same, Kai did the same manufacturer. But the issue for him was, that's fine, obviously it should be maybe more favorable for him. But he had his DR reset. Yeah, in what world are you going to release, okay, I want you to qualify for 3 weeks, but then what you've been preparing is just the World Series, and you're not minding your DR at all? Or you maybe got reset like a few months ago when you haven't bothered to do it because you're on the assumption that it's going to be March or April for the qualifying like normal, and then it's not, and then you're completely screwed. So what are you going to do? You're already out before it started.
Well, the hilarious thing about Kai is that Kai was just using it to rank up as a count for nations, and what happened is after round 3,
he was first.
He was first. He was in split. Yeah. He was in split 5 in the first. He was in my lobbies, right, in the first round, and somehow found himself, because he clamoured together like a 380, a 390 here, a 402, right, didn't need the 502, didn't need the 500 points, the 480s, the 500s of the top cars, because Toyota wasn't looking like the car that it was back whenever Koke was competing in that car for that seat. It wasn't the top car anymore, because obviously money talks, and TGR pulled the plug, and all of a sudden the Toyota Supra isn't the strongest car in the grid anymore. But here, I'll take my tinfoil hat off. I'm sure that's pretty a coincidence. Not. Anyway, and the fact that there's a brand new Porsche entered into the game, and Porsche just happened to be tuned to the absolute bollocks as the best car known to man on straights, and performed exceptionally well at Road Atlanta, where it never performs well in daily races, where it just so happened to have the top end to hold off the other cars on the back straight, which it would never do on standard BOP. But I digress. Obviously, I'm just a conspiracy theorist. Anyway, to be the first ever manufacturer that wasn't Japanese to coincide with the launch of a brand new Porsche coming into the game. But anyway, that's all just coincidental, of course.
Yeah, of course.
Right. So, no, like, how does Kyle was qualified? Like, who ended up getting the seat in the end? Was it Knife?
No, he broke his pedals, of course.
Who broke their pedals?
Knife. His pedals collapsed in a mid-witcher, I think.
What? I didn't know that.
No, it was the Hungarian.
Zsotti?
Yeah.
So Zsotti actually got the seat then.
Yeah, but will I tell you how we got the seat? Well, it's always.
It come down to the last race, did it?
Yeah, it's. Well, no, I think it was the second last race, but I think it was the last race that really did it. But it was. So you're coming into this race. I had just done I think it was split 2 for like the Nürburgring race. I won that, which was good. I kind of wanted to be split one, but I didn't have enough. So then, anyways, I won that race. It was fun. But anyways, I saw he was in the last slot for the Nürburgring race. He started like 5th or 6th. He ended up coming 2nd because the car ahead of him like blew up or like crashed him, and then the 2 cars ahead of him crashed into each other and took each other out. And then he got 2nd by basically just taking advantage of everyone else because they kept blowing themselves up, which is really annoying. And he got like a load of points for that. Again, that was top split. I was like really annoyed about that because like, oh, it's a competition, they're getting away. I think the last race then he just, well, the second last race I think was the decider really. It was at Spa, and I was in the same race.
Who was in total again? It was you, Knife, Jody, and then Kai was like an afterthought.
He was an afterthought at the start, but then round 3 he got back to the top split lobby. So he was in the final pretty much from round 5, and then we all kind of lost it on round 5. But in Spa,
what was round 5?
Spa. So basically, what Jotty did was he pitted and he didn't refuel, which I refueled, and I think Kai did as well because it just made sense where you'd refuel.
Right, Jotty pulled off a master strategy, didn't he? He did very well.
Yeah. But it was just one of those things where, like, it's because the car that he was against had no top speed, which is so annoying, and they didn't decide to overtake, and I think they ended up fighting too much, and then they completely lost the slipstream, and the Toyotas like a bullet in the straight.
Yeah.
Where you thought, like, I don't know how I was never even in the mindset of doing it in no fuel, but just the fact that he got the perfect storm with I think it was a BMW. I'm not sure exactly.
Did you get a wet race for yours? Because Calster won his round.
The first 2 was dry.
Won. Yeah, because that was what was strange about it, is normally to make it even Stevens, they have predictable weather patterns. So you can watch the Asia region, and you'll be like, okay, this is what happens. Here's your pit window. You can take a risk and stay at the extra lap, or you can come in and go for this and do this, and everyone knows because the guinea pigs is Asia for like whatever happens, and then everyone else learns the strategy, and then everyone knows what's going on. But this was interesting because it was true dynamic in that it meant that slot 1 versus slot 2, which meant that a car that's good in the wet could perform. You're praying for it to be wet, which Calster obviously was praying for it to be wet because he's very, very good in the wet, and his car was good in the wet, and he got that and got the points. But then you can have, like, you could be competing with someone like for, you know, the 40 or like the 36, or if you're on the fringes like a 22, and then you don't get the conditions you want. So I just thought that was quite weird because you can't then replicate that strategy. So in some ways I like it. I like the fact that, you know, it all played out randomly and Jotty ended up making the right decisions at the right time. But it wasn't like you could go again and then go, right, I'll just do the same thing. You know?
I understand. But yeah, it's in some ways it's just about who can read the strategy the best at the right time, which he definitely did the best in that race. He just kind of outsmarted it.
How far ahead was he going into Watkins Glen? Points ahead of yourself?
He might have been like 50 or 60. I was like about 150 down that point. It was kind of because on the first race, it was like really good for the Toyota, but I kind of blew that race because whatever happened, I got a penalty after like the 3rd lap, and then I think I got like tapped off, and I got even less points that, which is unfortunate enough. And then I think I did all 3 rounds. I just did really bad in the round 2 and 3. It's like I lost confidence, and I just didn't perform that well. Either because I just wasn't 100% used to the car, or else after the first round, the first race, the first slot was like I was struggling with the grip, and I was like petrified of getting like a penalty and stuff, because, you know, it was what's that American track, the really tight one with the curves and stuff. It's Road Atlanta.
What, Laguna Seca?
No, it's Road Atlanta.
Road Atlanta.
I was taking this line where you have to have half your car in the grass and half of it on the curb, and it was super sketchy.
That was round 1.
Yeah.
Half your car in the grass and half in the curb. I'm assuming that's the final corner of S1 you're talking about.
Yeah, and it works well half the time, but if you get it wrong...
I take that line. If you get it
flying.
wrong, you're going into the left-hand wall.
Yeah. Yeah, so after the first few corners, I was like, I'm not feeling this at all. I was almost like changing my lines, because like if I do this too many times, I'm going to get unlucky. So then the second race, I kind of just did bad. And then the third race, I got slight twitch on the final sector, and I lost like 2 tenths, and that ruined my qualifying. Yeah, I could have been like a top 3 in the qualifying for the top split
or second split?
Yeah, top split. Yeah.
So that was the first ever 500-point lobby, wasn't it?
Sorry, maybe it was second split, but it was one of the two anyways.
Maxo won lot 1 in the Ferrari, and it was the first ever 500-point score in GP World Series.
Yeah. That was probably inflated just because of the increase in DR, though, that they did that.
Yeah, the cap off, and then obviously it growing up to like, I think Thomas, or maybe Thomas or Flexi had like 112, 113,000. I think maybe on Digit's website it's like 115,000. I think is the top now. I'm at like 70,000 at the moment. I gained like 10k this week.
I think I'm at 94 or something like that. I haven't done a race since the DR grind for the qualifying. I wasted so much time trying to DR grind.
And the lobbies are awful. They're just terrible. I mean, even yesterday, like, I know that Calster and Wind and Damien were going from the back of the grid, but surely their second accounts, well, we don't know the Wind's friend his, but most of them, Calster's on his main account, which is like 90k or 85k or something. Damien is on his like second account, it probably has like 80k. But for a win in yesterday's lobbies, right, so I was like, I want to get some DR. For a win, this was like good pace, like a 53 finish time, which is, you know, pretty, it wasn't like slow dead lobbies. It was pretty good lobbies. It was 600 DR. That's 600 DR for someone who only has 66k DR. Like, it was, like, I'm looking at that going, I want 85k DR. Like, I can't be bothered. That's why I didn't bother before. Like, it just takes too long. It's like, I want to do GP World. That's why I didn't do this year. This year, 2026 was the first year that I didn't do a single GP World Series race. I just looked at it and went, my DR is too low. I haven't been, like, I'm not entering a 320 point lobby just for the sake of it. I can't be bothered. You know, I want to actually compete. I want to go in and get, I was saying to Win, he was like, what level do you want to race at? I was like, I want to grind some DR. I said, probably split 3 or 4 in official, but with a caveat, not that I think I'm competing to win. I kind of want to get my ass kicked. And I want to be really, really struggling, like, and find it really difficult. But like, hang in for like a top 10. I want to race the best I can possibly race. Maybe split 2 in official, in exhibition, something like that. But I don't know how much DR I will need. Probably like 84k, something like that, maybe. I don't know.
Yeah, no, 84k in this season, that probably would have been, well, it depends what side of the season you're on about, because like towards the end it was like, that's like nearly top split somehow. Yeah, with the very end.
But it's crazy because 84k is 30k less than the top drivers in top split.
But at the start of manufacturers, it would have been like split 3, because by the Nations Cup everyone had like blew the DR, because you know that the whole scandal with tanking DR just to be in a favourable lobby, like.
Yeah.
So people were just doing that. Yeah. And I like try to not do that, but there'd be like situations where it'd be like everyone's like, oh, you need to go and tank DR because like you can't be in a race with the BMW and the Audi that are absolutely monsters compared to your trash car. Like. That's where I think that they should have exhibitions running throughout the year that you aren't like, if you don't turn up to them, those rankings from those exhibitions get you a seed. And they should have 2 top split lobbies. So for EMEA, particularly the top 32 drivers, both those lobbies have the same points, right? And it's only those top two lobbies that can qualify for GP World Series.
And if you haven't got enough points to be seeded in the top 32, if it's going to be 16-player lobbies, then you're not qualifying for GT World Series. But if you are in the top 32, and so there's 2 splits, but like you're seeded, so like it'll be like seeds 1, 3, 5, so all the odd numbers in one split, and then all the even numbers in another, and then like mix them up. So like therefore you can say that like, you know, or it could be like 2 drivers if it's, you know, if it's, what is it, 32, and then like 12 manufacturers go. Maybe you could have it. Maybe you could do it in such a way that, you know, there's at least 2 drivers per manufacturer. Maybe it's 2 lobbies of 12 in top split. I don't know, but something like that to make sure there's no points manipulation. But I think there should be something that leads into official season that means that you can't just rock up and be like, you know, my level and pick a weird car and go and get 380 points somewhere and go, let me, I might go to end up going to the GT World Series here, you know, because someone like, because, I mean, I picked the same car. There was times even in 2-3 years ago whenever I wasn't as fast, and I was getting 330 points where I was coming out of a round with more points than flipping Serrano.
Yeah, it is a bit dumb.
You know, but how does that make sense? You know?
Yeah, no, it doesn't.
And where's Richie?
He's just messing with the cameras.
I'm here.
I'm in the car now as well, so I'm kind of interested.
I'm producing. So this is Jay.
Is
this is his stint.
Yeah, see, this is like...
This is his first flying lap. I'm producing, Flash. I'm producing. I'm giving you what to watch.
I think he's producing a magic wand. That's why he's producing.
Yeah.
This is where I really put on the...
Is that a euphemism?
I
was on mute and I was just changing the camera angles and listening to you guys. It's awesome. It's awesome to just listen to you guys talking. It's awesome. It's really good. I'm enjoying it. Yeah, I'm loving it. Dude,
I got my
loving
Lightning McQueen tires on.
Yeah.
Right, so Jay,
I started like ripping it up there.
He's literally just come into the pits. This is for second flying lap.
So hold on, so you were the last person to go then?
Yeah, I just decided to do the soft stint, I think, because that's what I did with I did the qualifying, because I was like, I think this qualifying was in the soft stint, so I just do the soft stint as well.
Yeah.
Do they have the Berlin races on here? They do, don't they? Oh, you messed up in Nords. Mikhail Hazal told me you messed up at the last corner in Nords.
It was the second last sector. Do you know when you go on the massive long right-hander onto the main straight?
Yeah, that's
in the qualifying, I clipped the curb and went straight into the barrier.
Yeah, that's what he told me. That's exactly what he told me. Last corner, just before onto the straight.
But I forgot that all DTR went out for that event.
Yeah, it was crazy.
Dude, fucking awesome.
I should have gone out, you know.
I invited you.
I know, but
I offered you to make you a t-shirt.
I wasn't feeling it last year. I was different situation. When was that? What date? Was that May or June?
No, it was August. It was later, wasn't it?
Was it August?
It was September, I think.
September, was it later? It was later than that.
What was the first event last year?
London.
It was London. But that was weirdly London was for Asia, wasn't it?
Ian was at that one.
London was the Asian round of the manufacturers, the oddly
I didn't understand why they picked them drivers for that location to fly.
It's just simply because they don't want to have them green in Japan too much, I'd say. Even though they probably should have the European drivers there, but it's just because they want to bring them somewhere.
Right, but they flew all the Japan drivers to the UK.
Yeah, because they have to spend their money. Well. So how are they going to spend their money anywhere else? Like, they've got to spend it somewhere. Like. You know,
keep them people in Tokyo and have the European racers race in Europe.
But then they wouldn't have spent a load of money, like, you know what I mean?
No, I don't. Dude, no. I'm hugely confused.
Because they just, because they have to spend a load of money somewhere. Let's bring them halfway across the world.
Dude, it's not Dublin bus. If they don't
BBC Studios.
If they don't spend their money this year, they lose it next year. I know that, I know where you're going. It's not Dublin bus.
No, I was saying as in like, because they just spend money for no reason sometimes.
Yeah.
Well, I think.
Oh, look, here's an extra $250. Here's an extra $50,000 we can give to the drivers. Nah, let's fly all the Japanese drivers to London for absolutely no reason.
Hang on.
whatsoever.
Let's small steps, Flash. Small steps, right? Let's bring the people out for 2 weeks and give them time on the rigs to settle in, and especially people coming from, if it's in Japan, from Europe. If they're coming from Japan and it's in Europe, give them 2 weeks. Get them settled in, right? Any problems with travel, elongated. They're gone. In 2 weeks, we'll sort it out. The people get to go, have their rigs, 30 minutes per day.
Yeah.
Let's have a race.
Personally, I think it's the Manufacturers' Cup is better. I don't know why there's only 2 rounds for that per continent.
The qualifying is another fucking
I prefer an individual championship as a spectator.
I like the teams. I like the teams. I do like the teams.
Yeah, but what I don't like is that the Nations Cup has become the bloody Red Bull 2019 Competition Cup.
Yeah,
I
don't
hate
like
that.
Like,
I hate that.
The whole idea of nations.
Hate it.
The whole idea was that it was like, you're the most well-rounded driver. We can put you in anything, and you're going to get speed out of it. And if you're talking about, if you said to me right now, you're going to pick 6 different races. You're going to have 30 minutes warm-up, right? And it's going to be It's going to be a randomizer on the 600 cars, whatever it is we have. It could be. It could be 88 Clio, Renault Clio road car. It could be a van. It could be, the Jimny flipping Jeep, whatever it is. They'll have about 10 different versions of it. It could be a high downforce car. I think Kai de Bruin is the best all-rounder in terms of a car and getting pace out of any car. I think he's the best. And that format, I believe he would be the champion. But it's just a Red Bull fest, isn't it? And then what they do is they put these stupid, how do they do it? You know better than me, Jay. How do they do it where they get, what I don't like is, because the whole idea is that everyone's in the same machinery, but they've changed it in the last couple of years, where they have these stupid rounds for 7 laps, for about 7-minute race, in road cars, but everyone's in a different car, which then dictates the qualifying grid order for the next race. I think that's just so stupid. It destroys the integrity of the competition. They should all be in the exact same car at all times.
Do you know what they did for the final? They did a qualifying with was it one of the super... No, not the Super Final. It was the really old F1 cars. I don't know which one it was. But whoever qualified first got the choice which Group 1 car you want to do for the next race. Which is a really weird way to do a final event.
Yeah, it's so stupid.
But so there was the TSO 10, which was I think one of the best, and then the next guy gets to choose, and then the next guy gets to choose.
Yeah.
But then the differences in speed were so dumb that what happened was I think someone crashed at the start, and because there was a few cars in front of them, they just walked it because the rest of the cars behind were just terrible. It's because there was no slipstream anymore because someone crashed.
I don't like that. I don't like this thing that they've brought in where they're giving them different cars, which then dictates. Because what it has is it means if you have a bad qualifying, then that bad qualifying affects the car that you choose, then the car that you choose affects the position you come, and then the results from that race dictate the starting grid of the finals. Like, what are we doing here? It's just a farce. This is an absolute joke. So, and people like me are watching this and going, you know what? I used to love getting up the time to watch 2 or 3 hours of the Gran Turismo World Series and support it. But this is just such an absolute farce of a competition. I'm not giving up my afternoon. I'm not giving up my afternoon to watch this crap. The C is put on 45 minutes of racing and 45 minutes of bullshit, talking about who's the new brake manufacturer that's going to pay us a few $1 million to walk on a stage and put a medal around someone's neck. I don't care. I'm not interested. Give the money to the drivers and shut up. You know what I mean? That's my attitude. More racing, less nonsense. Support the drivers. Give them an opportunity to practice. Let them have a good race and pay them some money. Instead of this absolute nonsense where all the guys in suits get money and the guys in t-shirts get absolutely sweet FA. Don't like it.
Yeah, I agree.
Can you tell I'm a little bit annoyed about this?
Yeah, like I don't like the car they use for Nations Cup. It's terrible in every way. There's nothing good about a car, especially when you put your foot down and it spins, or else you don't.
Well,
the
Red Bull competitions, why 19?
Yeah. Like they need to bring a new car.
There's a high skill. It's a high skill, high reflex car to drive. There's no doubt about it. I can't drive it very well, but it's the driving style for driving it is awful.
Yeah, but this is the thing. So you give the most complicated car, and then you give all the competitors the worst pedals on the Fanatec lineup. That's what they did.
Yeah.
So I have the CS Elites that I have from the events they gave us.
They don't use load cell, do they?
No, they have nothing. They don't have springs. They don't have anything.
No, yeah, so it's just like filled with nothing.
It's a €99 set of pedals, but they'll give you €1,000 worth of bass.
Yeah, that's just
the pedals are for me the most important thing.
Like a plastic machine gun.
Yeah, but like the steering wheel, like have you seen the steering wheel, the Gran Turismo one?
Yeah, it's robust. It's big. You know, it's a 32 centimeter wheel.
It's a bit of a gimmick.
Yeah, but I mean,
like it has a nice screen.
It's better than the DD Pro one. Let's be honest, the DD Pro one's a toy.
But the Gran Turismo ones, they're not made for competition. They're made to look like Gran Turismo merchandise. Like I don't think there's anything too bad with it, but it's like my other two steering wheels are infinitely better. So you have a screen on it. It's a big screen, which is fine, where you're going to spend all your money. But the plastic buttons, the buttons you could probably take off your hand if you pinch them too tight. Their grip is like made of that, that really cheap. It just feels like a cheaper grip.
Anodized rubber type thing.
Yeah, but I don't want that. I want something that's grippy, that's comfortable, that works, that makes you feel like you're a pro.
I'm on the CSL Elite. I bought the DD Pro, sent it back to Fanatec, told them your wheel isn't fit for use. It's awful. I want money back, and they gave me my money back. And I went back. That was in 2021 for 2020. I paid. So the story of the DD Pro, right? So this is a bit of lore. This is some extra ball knowledge for you all, right? Yeah. So Fanatec. I'm going to go with a long way about this. So on April the 1st, 2021, I just bought the CSL Elite. And on the April Fools, so you can Google this, Fanatec did an April Fools joke. Because they had the DD1 and the DD2, right? And they had it was the Podium DD1 and Podium DD2. So their Podium range was the only direct drives that they had. And they're about £1,500 to £2,000 each. And as a joke, inverted commas joke, because nobody knew this at the time, they posted a picture of the DD1 cut in half. So the DD1 and DD2 were about 12 inches in depth. They were a cuboid shape. And what they did was they posted a picture of it cut in half as a cube shaped and called it the DD 0.5, coming soon, right? Wink. And the joke was that they weren't actually joking, because 2 weeks later they announced that the Fanatec DD Pro was being released, firstly in PC, and then it was going to become the GT DD Pro was going to be coming to Gran Turismo. And I was like, flip's sake, I've just bought the CSL Elite and I can't get my money back. So I bought an end-of-life product, and I bought it in April, just before this thing happened. So it was announced, so I had the CSL Elite. And then they said in November 2021, so last legs of GT Sport, that we're going to release the DD Pro, but we're going to do a special release, mass release from March the 1st. Pre-orders in now. Get your DD Pro for GT7 releasing. Or, if you want to be a try-hard wanker, like me, Flashdagger, and you want to spend 300 extra euros, 300 extra euros to get your hands on it first, we'll send it out to you on the 12th of December. And I was like, shut up and take my money, right? So I've only owned the CSL Elite for 6 months. So I had that DD Pro even before a lot of the content creators. So whenever I got it, again, I'm giving you some behind the scenes knowledge. You can go back to my Twitter.
This is the Gran Turismo DD Pro, isn't it?
Yes, I got it before everyone else. I paid the money to get it before everyone else, and it came. And I bought what was called the Boost Kit. Now, I think I took a screenshot of it. So the Boost Kit, I was like, I'm getting the Boost Kit. I'm getting 8 Newton meters. Wow, right.
See, I didn't think the Boost Kit was too bad, but then I didn't have the 5 Newton meters. I just had always the Boost.
Well, here's the thing, okay? So the way it comes, and I open it up, and I open up my extra box called Boost Kit. The Boost Kit was €180. The Boost Kit, right? Ooh, turns it from 5 Newton meters into 8 Newton meters. I'm like, give me some of that, please. So Boost Kit. So this has cost me about $1,000, including delivery, about £1,000 to get this thing, right? Special delivery. I had to. Oh, by the way, I had to buy it. If I was buying it, I had to buy it with pedals as well. That's why it was like £1,000. It was like a £700 package and 300 extra just to be like first. And me being a complete try-hard back then, and just an absolute fanboy for Gran Turismo, was like, yes, I'll pay 300 extra to have the wheel first. Thanks very much. So and I had to buy it with the pedals. There was no option not to buy it without the pedals at that stage. That didn't happen for about a year later, where you could actually buy it without pedals. I already had the Club Sport V2s or V3s, whatever they're called. So anyway, this thing comes, and I open up the Boost Kit. That looks very, very familiar. What is that? You know the power brick, right? So your Boost Kit is the power brick. So your power brick is a different size and shape than the standard one. So if you've ever seen the Boost Kit, it's called Boost Kit, and it's branded, it's purple letter, and it's in this box. So I went, that looks awful familiar. Let me just check this. So I take the Boost Kit out, and I go to my CSL Elite and get the power pack from my CSL Elite. I put them side by side, and it was the identical writing stamp. I took a photograph of it and posted it on Twitter and said, Fanatec, what's going on? You've literally charged me €180 for the exact same thing that we already had. So instead of giving you a more powerful unit, they gave you the exact same power unit that you get with the CSL Elite, and then give a lower powered unit to downgrade it to 5 Newton meters. So it wasn't an upgrade. It was just a downgrade. The 5 Newton meters was a downgraded power unit. So I thought, I want to be smart about this. So I wondered, and I went, I'm going to pretend that my power unit has went faulty for my CSL Elite. And because it's exactly the same unit, 100% exactly, but a cardboard box calling it Boost Kit. So I went on to Fanatec's customer services, and it goes, oh yeah, my power unit from the CSL Elite's not working. And like, how much was that to get replaced? Blah blah blah. Or like that'll be like €70. I was like, oh, that's interesting, because it's a fucking €170 you're charging me for the DD Pro calling it a Boost Kit. But because it's called the CSL Elite Power Pack, then it's €100 cheaper. And obviously, there was no response on Twitter, right? Yeah. So I was pissed off to begin with about the whole thing. Then I used it, and then it kept on. So I was the first one to experience disconnects. So I had disconnect after disconnect. I was doing a hot lap, and you're in the zone, and all
with
of a sudden
the shaft coming slightly loose.
Because nobody could. Everyone's like, you're being negative. I'm like, I just bet £1,000 this thing. It's not working. Like, it's working, and then it's like, it's just turning off mid corner.
Yeah. Have you ever taken that apart? I took that apart.
No, I did. I spoke to them. I spoke to Fanatec, and Fanatec obviously were getting lots of complaints about their early pre-buys. And they're like, we've got a fix for this. And he immediately sent me across a PDF with all these instructions about how I needed to earth my whole rig. And I was like, he goes, have you any electrical products near it? I was like, of course I have electrical products near it. Because there's a monitor, and there's a PlayStation, and there's a fridge. He goes, there's a fridge? I goes, don't ask me about it. Of course there's a fridge. It's a flash fridge. It's a flash cave. There's going to be a fridge. So there's a fridge, yes. And there's a sound, 7.1 surround sound, 1100 watt surround sound system. And he's like, oh, well, you're going to have to earth all your electrical. I goes, what do you mean earth my electrical? What do you mean? He goes, well, what everyone knows. I goes, what do you mean? I'm stupid. He goes, well, everybody knows that direct drive wheels are affected by electromagnetic interference. I goes, well, I didn't know that. I don't see you having it anywhere in your box or your advertising.
But that wasn't the reason either. It was because the connection was stupid.
Yeah, exactly. So here's what happened. So I goes, what you need to do is you need to go and buy all these earthing wires and earth every single electrical product to your radiator or something, right? And then I want you. He goes, I want you to have an individual plug socket for every electrical item, right? So I had to get a spark round, an electrician round, dig out my wall. There's about 4 or 5 different sockets now coming out of the wall. Get it replastered, repaint the thing, earth all these products. Spent about 300 quid doing that. Destroyed my sim room. Had to get it repatched again. And the friggin' DD Pro still didn't work. I was like, listen, dickheads, this isn't working, right? We're within 6 months. I started quoting trading standards, started quoting 1974 Credit Consumer Act to them, blah, blah, blah. And my money was back in my account within about 48 hours, put it that way, because I wasn't happy. I went full Karen mode on them, right? So I got my money back and says, to hell with that, I'm not interested in DD Pro, I think it's crap. And obviously there's a few affiliates who weren't too happy about me saying that because they were hoping to be quids in with everyone buying them. But they were crap. The first batch of them was crap. There's no two ways about it. They were crap. They're good now, but back then, which is now 4.5, 5 years ago, they were awful. They were unreliable. They were not fun to use. I gave it back, got my money back, and then went back onto the CSL Elite, which is just giving me no issues whatsoever. So I just stuck with it.
Yeah, but that's about the time when they started losing a load of money, and then after the Black Friday whole thing, then they went bankrupt basically, and then they got bought out. But yeah, they were making bad decisions. But have you actually opened the DD Pro? Did you find out why that was happening? Because I've been inside it, because I had the same thing as well.
Well, I thought that would invalidate my warranty if I did that, but I read on forums later on it was something to do with the stem, like the connector was like, if it got loose, it like disconnected something or other.
Yeah, so there's two things. One, the USB cable was terrible. It was completely terrible. After a while, you'd have a faulty cable. If you started wiggling it, it would go bad. So you'd have to go out and buy a second cable just so it'd be more secure, and the data wouldn't have too much data loss. And two, do you know the way the shaft is metal?
Yeah.
If you don't have the clamp tight enough, and I mean like as tight as steel, if it slightly wiggles or starts to come out, which happens because when you're racing with high force feedback, you're going to be pulling at your steering wheel, yeah?
Yeah, it's not just up and down force, there's a bit of forward and back as well, yeah.
Yeah, so if it comes out just the tiniest amount, you can get a disconnect. Because do you know the way like the PS4 controller? Do you know the way like when you had the weird USB thing for that? It used to be really annoying because you'd always have a bad cable because the USB port on the PS4 was really at a weird angle and was annoying. Imagine that, but with your shaft. There's a USB port on the end of the shaft on the inside. So the shaft is connected to a USB.
On the inside of that.
So imagine having like your iPhone cable, yeah. Just
so
imagine.
Imagine they have 8 Newton meters of force and a little tiny connector like that on the inside of it.
Yeah, so it's like imagine having your white Apple cable, get rid of the white stem, and then replace it with a massive metal barrel, but just keep the port on the end of it. And there's an insert on the inside where this tiny, your metal shaft connects to this really tiny port. So it's not secured on with wires or anything.
How did that ever get through quality control?
It's a USB insert, so it's like you could connect that to your phone if you really wanted to, if you had the right input. Yeah. So.
But they didn't do a product recall. How did that get resolved in the end?
I don't know. No. What they did was, I think they.
Is that where the QR2 came out?
Yeah, when the QR2 came out, I think they had better clamps.
So I was right. It was the first batch was shit. Pardon my language again.
Well, I think the first three batches.
For purpose.
The first 3 years of batches were bad. I think when they brought on the QR2,
they resolved that issue with that. Yeah.
See, I have the DD Pro.
And then they told everyone, by the way, if you want to not have that issue, now you got to go and buy a new QR2 at €120. for all your wheels that you've spent €500 each on. Brilliant, well done. Congratulations, Endor.
I have the DD Pro. Yeah, I know, but they got bought out, so I don't know why. But I still have the DD Pro in the box. I have the DD Extreme now, which is way better, has no connection issues. So until, well, like, touch wood, until it doesn't...
You have a DD Extreme, so they gave you DD Extreme last year?
Yeah, which is very generous of them. But I have the DD Pro, and I have the QR2 bought for it. I have it installed. So if anyone wants it, they can just DM me, and I'll sell it to them. Or if you want it, because I don't think this one will have as much problems. It's just in a box, and it hasn't been used, and it's literally ready to go. Because I'm never going to use it, to be honest, so unless this breaks. So it is one thing that should be good if anyone ever wants it.
Happy he's cheering me on. I don't know if that was about what I was saying about
on that positive note, I'm going to end the broadcast. It's like 3 hours and 43 minutes of this.
Yeah, I agree.
So, thank you very much for joining in. Thank you very much, Mr. Flashdagger. Thank you very much, Mr. Deck. IS-250 Deck. Lexus. Yeah, your dad said it was Lexus.
Yeah. But the one thing is, I was smart though, because I didn't buy the Gran Turismo DD Pro. I bought the standard one, and I bought my own pedals with it, and the Porsche, the McLaren steering wheel. So I had the good steering wheel and the pedals, which is great.
Hippie, take care, and I'll talk to you soon. All right, boys. Thank you. Bye.
Take care now.
Bye, chat.
Bye.
See you.